say the thing again.
Reba, we got it, okay? We know what to do.
Say the thing.
Our family is happy. We have no problems. Things are terrific.
Thank you.
You know, I don't know why you're so tense about talking to this counselor. I mean, 5 years ago, you were the one telling us we should tell him everything.
5 years ago, we got sent to anger management by the court. It was supposed to be part of an attempt to save our marriage. Nice work, Brock.
Mom, remember, this is our last court-ordered visit. Be nice.
Sorry, you're right. Okay, all we have to do is get this form signed. We never have to come back again. So, we have no problems. Everybody's happy?
Oh, wait a minute. Where's Barbara Jean?
I didn't tell her. They're trying to get out of therapy, not get sent to the loony bin.
You know, I cannot believe that you wore that shirt after I told you not to.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe I wore this shirt because you told me not to. What do you care what I wear?
Because you're my husband, Van, and if you look like a cowboy goober, it reflects badly on me.
Oh, it's all about you, isn't it, Cheyenne? And thanks a lot. Now I want goobers.
Knock it off, or I'm gonna make you say the thing again.
I'm a grown man, Cheyenne. I'll wear what I want.
Oh, grown man, Van, but you're still wearing Spider-Man underwear.
Oh, yeah? Well, your underwear says Friday on it, and it's Wednesday.
Is there a problem out here?
The only problem we have is trying to figure out who loves who the most. I think it's me.
All right, then. Van Montgomery. You come in, please? Sure.
Okay, before you go in, say the thing again. Say it one more time for me. Come on.
No. Had enough people telling me what to do today, thank you.
Have fun, urban cow freak.
Hey, wait a minute. I gave him that shirt.
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor.
Really, Van, you don't have to lie on the couch.
My dogs are tired. You know what this couch needs? A cup holder.
Okay, sit up now. So how would you say you and your wife are getting along these days?
You mean Cheyenne? Fine. I guess fine for being a married couple. I mean, everyone has their problems. It's not like we fight on a daily basis. Some days I don't even see her. Come on, Doc, you're married. Give me some sugar.
So there are problems.
Well, yes. It's just that she's so critical and vain.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne. I'm your queen. Fine, play your silly little game. Just help me out to the car.
Yeah, but I'm in the middle of a game.
I said help me out to the car. Well, the apartment was just so boring before. It didn't make a statement of who you are, and now it does.
Oh, it sure does, but unfortunately that statement is, I'm Cheyenne. Hello, love of my life.
Hello, tramp.
Oh, she's hot.
I'm hot, too.
Hey, Cheyenne, what you doing?
Making a list of insulting names to call Van when he gets back from shaving his head. If you have any interest in kissing me tonight, you will not eat those.
I want you to stop vomiting.
If I could control it, I'd do it on you right now. My body cannot possibly stretch anymore. My ankles are fat, my back hurts. Van, will you please stop breathing down my neck? Here's my book. I married a hot jerk. Did you pray that I wouldn't slap you?
Why would we pray that?
Shut up, Van. Shut up, Van. Shut up, Van.
Wait a minute. This man is good. He's good.
Van, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I just feel like a tremendous weight has been lifted.
What did you and your stupid shirt say?
You see that, Doc? You see how she talks to Van? It makes Van sad.
Okay, Cheyenne, do you want to be next?
Oh, you bet I do.
Oh, wait a minute. Why don't I go in and kind of explain what everybody's going to say first?
Oh, you'll get your chance.
Yeah, you'll get your chance.
You want to know how smart she is, Doc? Take a look at her underwear. I came out wrong.
Okay, Cheyenne, this isn't about judging.
Van's a baby and he's a liar.
What?
Oh, yeah. The only reason we fight is because he is so immature.
Wow, didn't even make it to the couch.
Oh, yeah. You should hear some of these stories. He can be such an idiot. Honey, why couldn't you have waited 30 seconds to eat?
Why can't you cook?
Van?
I'm okay. That was a close one.
Do you really think that you're gonna scare someone off with a lightsaber?
I will if I use the Force.
What's it gonna be?
Shave it. Bet you hear this a lot. My old lady doesn't want me to do it. But I mean, it's my head. It should be my decision. I just hate when she's mad at me. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, let's do it.
So, Van, what exactly did you say?
Nothing. Just told a few stories.
Oh, Lord, Reba, the kid's been telling stories.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hey, best husband ever.
Oh, Lord, Reba, we are doomed. They're gonna want to put us all on medication, and you can't drink when you're on medication.
Okay, just calm down. So the kids are crazy. It just makes it that much more important that the adults don't act like they're nuts.
There you are. I cannot believe you guys did not invite me to therapy. That's like not inviting a chimp to a banana factory.
Maybe I will look good in a straitjacket. Barbara Jean, what are you doing here?
Well, the therapist called me and asked me to join you. He said that my perspective was important.
The therapist is an idiot. And you should avoid therapists at all costs because they have the power to put you away.
If you bothered to watch Dr. Phil, Reba, you would realize that they're here to help. A half hour in an office or a TV studio can fix anyone's life.
Okay, who is next?
Oh, I am.
Oh, no.
Is there a problem?
Problem? No problem at all. Go ahead, Barbara Jean. Okay. She's a drinker.
Ooh, University of Texas. Yeah, my father went there. My father. Oh boy, it's all starting to come up.
Actually, Mrs. Hart, I can schedule you for a separate appointment for that, but for right now, we're here to talk about your marriage and your relationship with Reba.
I understand. Yes, I am here to talk about Reba. So, Reba. Oh boy, it's all starting to come up. Can I give you a hug?
Not if I was choking on a piece of sausage.
Give me a boost.
Me boost you? You'd pound me into the ground. There'd be just this little head down here in the dirt.
And you're not the boss of me.
I know. If I was your boss, we'd be sleeping together by now.
Reba, try not to think of it as you not being in the contest. Think of it as me saving you from making a fool of yourself.
Do you have a full-length mirror in your house?
Ding dong.
Yes, you are.
Clever. What would you have said if I would have said knock knock?
I would have said you're a ding-dong. And maybe my clever little comments when you're around are immature, but that's how I've dealt with this. This hasn't been easy for me, Barbara Jean.
Well, I am very sorry to hear that, Reba.
Okay.
Because as you can imagine, it has just been a freaking picnic for me! You think your clever little comments are tough for me to handle? I'm the other woman, Reba. I'm the whore of Babylon!
Reba, would you mind coming in?
Where's Barbara Jean?
She used the privacy exit. I sent her to a colleague.
That Barbara Jean, don't you just love her? She can't help herself. I mean, she's always told those tall tales. I think it's because she's so tall.
Sounded pretty realistic to me.
I'm only crazy because she made me that way. You have no idea what she's really like.
Gratia de Maria. Break it down, Mary.
Barbara Jean, what are you doing?
No sign of cure yet. I'm going back in. Brock and I are having another baby.
But Brock had a vasectomy.
He's getting it reversed.
How'd you talk him into that?
He doesn't know yet. You're completely crazy.
What she's trying to say is she has a problem because she is attracted to you. Oh, you do smell good.
Okay, no, I see. Barbara Jean, I know you love Brock.
Oh, I do. I really do. I'm evil, that's all.
No, you're going through something called transference. It's when somebody in your situation becomes attracted to their therapist. Even some of the nerdy doctors get it.
So I'm not bad? You don't want to punish me?
Trust me, no, you're a good person. But since you're still flirting with me, I should probably refer you and Brock to somebody else. So I'll tell Brock that it's because I've taken on too much.
Oh, Doctor, you are a wonderful, wonderful man.
Oh, God. Amazing grace.
She took my gum.
What do you think? Is it me?
No, it's me. Wait, let's be perfectly clear. The color is stunning. It's everything else that's freaky.
Oh, now, Reba.
Oh, Brock, of all the freaky things she's done, this is the freakiest.
Well, I just wanted to try something different.
It's my hair. The only thing different is you're underneath it.
Hey, you know what? I don't think it's really all that similar.
Are you kidding? It's like looking in a carnival mirror.
Reba, just calm down.
I'm not gonna calm down. I don't want her anywhere near my house or my kids. She's banned.
Oh, you can't be serious.
I can't trust her judgment anymore. Who knows what else she's gonna do? Worse than banned, she's banished.
Hey, you think now that I'm a redhead, I'm gonna get all fiery and hot-tempered too?
Oh, that's it! All right, listen up. Where's everyone?
Oh, Van and Cheyenne were arguing, so I made them wait out in the parking lot.
Oh.
I guess they kept arguing because the police made them go home. I don't know what the heck happened to Barbara Jean.
Oh, the doctor referred her to someone who could give her the proper treatment. So if the lights start to dim, we know what's happening.
Okay, I think I have enough information to make my recommendation.
Whoa, wait. Don't I get to talk?
I don't think that's necessary, not after talking to your wife and ex-wife.
No, that's not fair. Come on, you try being married to the frying pan and then to the fire.
Oh, save it, Brock. You can talk about it at what I'm sure will be our weekly sessions. It was my fault for trying to get the family to act normal.
Actually, this is normal.
What are you, nuts?
Normal families get into arguments. They don't always get along, but you've managed to stick together and talk it out. That's a functioning family.
So we're done?
Yeah, let me just go sign your form and you'll be off the hook for good.
Huh, great.
Wow. It's great, huh?
Really great. So what exactly were you going to talk to him about the frying pan?
Whoa. Nothing, okay? Wow. Just that, you know, you have this little tendency to get violent with people.
Let's not leave it like this. Come here. Get over. Ever stop? That's a stupid. Suppose you want to go back to the park now, huh? Quit making up stories, Brock.
Well, you know, it's just...
Knock, knock. Who's there? Blooper, that's who's there.
Guess what,
I have a good work ethic.
What's wrong with chewing ass? Chewing ass. Chewing ass. 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 Maybe you'll be one of the lucky ones. Well, who knows? I mean, you did luck out with my carrot.
So you don't mind if I take this and run with it?
No, I don't, Barbara Jean.
Reba, I just wanted to tell you, you're one of my favorite friends. Anyway, gotta run.
He's not even Chinese. He just likes messing with me.
All right.
Relax. Relax.
say my line, okay? Okay,
Not
ready?
that one.
Not that one. This one I'm gonna say right now. Van, you're 6'4" with a baby.
Hey, Mom. Hide. Barbara Jean's on her way over here.
I'm not hiding in my own house.
She just got a job selling insurance.
Hide, lock the door, dig a hole.
Yellow! Okay, your car's here. I know you're home. Huh. Reba's car, Reba's garage, Reba's house. Here we go. Yoo-hoo!
Barbara Jean, you can't just let yourself in anytime you want.
I think I can. So why were you guys hiding?
Because we knew it was you, and I'm tired of running.
Running is good for your health, but it is very bad on your knees. It's all right here in my brochure, Insurance and Your Aging Body. Look at that, we're talking insurance already.
Barbara Jean.
Call me Agent Hart. I insure you won't be sorry.
Barbara Jean, you're here, I'm here. I can insure you. I'm already sorry.
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor.
Okay, now in this scenario, you've fallen down a well, gotten hypothermia, broken 6 bones, and now you gotta chew your arm off. Where are you going?
Find that well to jump into.
Well, then you better sign this first because your old policy doesn't cover that.
Wait a minute. How do you know so much about my policy?
I read your file. I work for your insurance company.
My insurance company hired you?
Yeah. Now I've got access to all kinds of embarrassing information on you. That is awesome.
No, it's not. There's no telling what all she'll be blabbing.
That's why it's awesome.
I didn't even know you were looking for a job.
Oh, yeah. I mean, ever since Brock and I are having all this trouble with the IRS, I'm also selling timeshares and intestinal cleansers. But that's another day.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, good. Well, back to today's business. Now, Reba, you really, really need to update your policy. I mean, when you got the insurance, it was fine to have such a high deductible. You were young. So young. But that was a long time ago.
I was young when you started talking.
But, Reba, this is a better policy, and you could save some money, you know, almost $300 a year.
Mom, $300 a year is a nice pair of shoes. Or 10 pairs of the kind you buy.
I don't care. I'd pay $400 just to get this last hour back. Goodbye, Barbara Jean.
But, Reba, you have to take it. My job depends on it.
Why?
Well, I have this probationary period, and I have to make a sale before it's over. I'm gonna lose my job. Please, Reba, I'm begging you.
Oh, come on, Mom, help her out.
Help her out? That's all I ever do. It's like having a giant blonde 6-year-old.
Come on, Mom. You know you're gonna do it. You can't help yourself. You were just born good.
Crap.
Hey.
Hey, Mr. H.
Yes, that's correct. He's been there for 6 months.
Why are you watching that women's channel?
I only stopped on this channel because it was an ad for bras. What's up, man?
I'm just trying to think of an anniversary gift for Cheyenne.
Ah.
What is this?
Oh, I haven't been really watching, but I think it's some kind of special about married couples renewing their vows. Yeah, this one guy, he's in Iraq, and his wife is in Ohio with a newborn, born on the day he was deployed. It's dumb.
Pull it together, Nancy boy. I need your brain. What are you getting Barbara Jean for your 5th?
Well, since we don't have any money, we decided not to give each other anything. No, we're just gonna spend the evening together, reminiscing. Should be very romantic. I'm hoping she goes to bed early.
It's your anniversary. They trained for weeks for that night. I just feel like every time I turn around, I gotta do something to prove my love.
Yeah, showing you care can be a real pain in the butt. Yeah, I don't know why women make such a big deal out of this stuff. It's like they got a love virus.
Yeah, Coach used to warn us about those when we were on the road.
Are you excited?
Whoa, hang on, buddy. They're about to tie the knot again.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Guys in the Army have it made. Helmets, boots, they're just naturally romantic.
Listen, I think renewing your vows would be romantic even without the boots. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I should enlist!
No! No, you and Cheyenne should renew your vows.
That's perfect. She'll love that. It'll show how enlightened I've become, how sensitive bras.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Good workout, Ma?
Oh, I hadn't started working out yet. Threw something out when I was putting on my tank top.
You know, Mom, I think it's great that you're getting healthy and everything, but your insurance physical is in less than 2 hours. I mean, your body just is what it is.
Thanks, Cheyenne.
Who's that?
Jane Fonda.
Oh, is that old lady in the Jennifer Lopez movie?
Forget it. Can't do it anyway without my leg warmers.
Oh, hey, Mrs. H, it's good to see you.
Am I going somewhere?
Of course not unless you want to. There you go.
What you doing?
Shh.
Text message. William Market My. Did you send that?
Yes.
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Would I have to spell it out for you, Cheyenne?
Yes, please.
Will you marry me?
Yes, and I'll have your baby too. Oh, wait.
I'm asking you to marry me again for our 5th anniversary.
So you're proposing to me by text message?
Yeah. Pretty futuristic, huh?
Yeah, if the future's lame. I mean, look, man, I think if you propose to someone, you should do it a little bit more romantically.
All right.
Okay, that's not what I meant.
Well, what do you want, woman?
Well, I don't know. I just want to be different, something unique. I want to be surprised.
Proposing was a lot easier when all I had to do was get you pregnant.
Knock, knock. Is there a doctor in the house? There is now. Reba, this is Dr. Castleman, and he'll be examining you. And no, he won't be buying you dinner first. I'm sorry, Doc. I'm putting her at ease.
Really? Because I'm getting a headache.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to learn to block her out. I use earplugs and liquor.
Is there someplace I can wash up?
Yeah, kitchen's right in there.
Thank you.
Liquor's in the cabinet.
Psst. Psst. Come here.
What?
Okay. Now you're gonna have to give a urine sample. So I got little Henry to give me a specimen. Pure as the driven snow. And believe me, it was not easy. I mean, the kid can hit the bathroom ceiling, but try getting him to aim in a cup, you know?
Are you insane?
No, just take it. It'll keep your rates low.
Get that away from
No,
me.
just take it.
You take it.
Just take it.
Okay, Mrs. Hart. If you'll just take a seat here.
Okay, sure.
We'll slip this around you here, and there we go. We'll get your blood pressure.
Well, you know what, Doc? I'm sure that Reba's blood pressure is just terrific. I mean, the two things everyone who knows Reba talks about, she's got good blood pressure and urine as pure as the driven snow.
Mrs. Hart, according to this reading, you have high blood pressure. Extremely high. Like way high. Way.
I don't see how that can be right.
Well, are you upset about something? Is there something that's really bothering you? Something that's making you incredibly tense?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Barbara Jean, for the 100th time, would you please quit snapping your gum?
Sorry.
It's her!
Me?
Yes, you. You're the reason I have high blood pressure. You're like a pack-a-day woman.
Reba, that is just silly. You cannot get high blood pressure from just sitting near someone.
Well, actually, yes, you can. There's quite a few studies to prove it. They've also proven that certain people can give other people headaches.
So you're saying that I'm killing Reba?
Well, no, I'm fairly certain it's a temporary condition. Sometimes blood pressure can be returned to normal by simply removing the irritant or irritating person.
So are you saying I can't be around Barbara Jean because of doctor's orders?
Well, I'm saying the only way to find out is to avoid contact with her for a couple of days, and then we'll check again.
So I need to stay away from my very best friend in the whole wide world? And when she got up this morning, was her hair up or down? You know, because if it was up, that means she didn't take a shower, which could be a sign of depression, which she's apt to slip into without me around.
Look, don't worry about Mom. I'm sure that this is as hard for her as it is for you.
I know it is.
Yeah.
That's why I knitted her a scarf and then I rubbed it on myself. Give it to her to smell, okay?
Okie dokie. I'll put this with the rest of them. Look, Barbara Jean, don't worry about Mom. She's gonna be okay. She's a trooper.
I hope so. I just know she's so sad. You know, I can feel it.
This is the best day. Hey, she has gone away. Hey, all I did was pray. Hey, nothing left to say. Hey, hoopa-doopa-doo-doo.
Hey, Reba, are you feeling better? Because you sure look okay.
Mom, can you try and not act so thrilled? I mean, this is really hard on Barbara Jean.
I know, but it's so easy on me. She cannot come in. Hey, all I do is grin. Hey, she cannot come in. Hey, all I do is finally win. Hey!
Hey, Cheyenne. I need to talk to you. It's important. That's why I didn't text message it. Look, this is not going to be easy for me, so I'm just going to come
Okay,
right
Van,
out with
if
it.
this is the start of another proposal,
Stop.
this...
Listen, this isn't easy for me. Remember when I took that business trip to Dallas last month?
Yeah?
I met a woman. A wonderful woman, maybe the hottest woman in North America.
Wait, what?
Let me finish. And I didn't want to tell you because I thought it was a brief flirtation, but it turned into more. I love her, Cheyenne, and I think we're gonna get married. Psych! You said you wanted to be surprised. How's that for a surprise? Now will you marry me?
You better run.
Is that a
better
yes?
run.
Wait, no, you're the hottest woman in North America!
Hey, pal. How'd your marriage proposal go? Did your wife say yes?
No. I tried to surprise her like she said. I told her I fell in love with a hot young girl, and she actually got mad.
Yeah, Van, I think maybe you should try a more conventional approach.
Well, I don't think that way, Mr. H. I think outside the box. It's what my generation calls fresh.
Listen, some of the traditional stuff really works. I mean, for instance, you could rent a bicycle built for two.
Oh, yeah, and then we could ride it down to the Pony Express station. It's the 21st century. Think, old man.
All right, look, there's tons of stuff. I mean, there's candlelight, there's soft music, big gestures. You know, the stuff that they see in all those romantic movies.
King Kong. I could dress up like a giant ape and we can go ice skating.
No, Van, King Kong is not a romantic movie.
Hello? Gentle love story between a misunderstood ape and a hot young actress?
You know what a great movie is? An Officer and a Gentleman, okay? When Richard Gere showed up in those dress whites, right? And all the factory workers applauded, and he swept up the love of his life in his arms, and he carried Deborah Winger away. It was dumb.
Okay, so how's your week been without Barbara Jean?
Been the best week of my life.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But it's also bad because it means that you do have high blood pressure.
Oh, no, really?
Well, not to worry, though. It's very common and it's very treatable. But I suggest that you speak to your family doctor about it.
Okay, Doc. Now, this is very important. Is there any other reason why I might need to ban Barbara Jean from my life?
Well, there's no medical reason, but as a physician, I would recommend you keep plenty of booze on hand.
Okay. Thanks, Doc. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So...
Barbara Jean, you almost scared me to death.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Thorn.
I just wanted to say that as awful as this has been for me and as much as it hurts, I've been doing some thinking, and if I'm making you tense, if I'm endangering your life, I will leave you alone forever. So am I the cause of your high blood pressure?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Oh. I guess I'll be gone. Can I have a lock of your hair?
Barbara Jean, it's not you. Well, not entirely you anyway.
Really? So I'm back in your life?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Oh, good. I'll join you. I'm back in your life. Hey, I will never leave. Hey.
Reba! Someone change the locks! Reba!
Can you help me, miss?
Sure.
What kind of soup is this?
It's tomato.
Oh, I can't have tomato soup. It's bad for my stomach. Oh. Could you put a little vodka in it? Oh, cops! Run!
Hey, everybody calm down. I'm not an officer of any kind. Has anyone seen Cheyenne?
She's in the kitchen, but she's keeping the vodka to herself.
Man, tell me you did not join the Salvation Army.
No. I'm recreating a very romantic movie. Put that soup down. I'm taking you out of this place.
What?
Cheyenne,
Yeah?
will you marry me again?
Oh, man. This is so romantic.
Say yes, my back. Answer me.
Yes, of course. Oh. Woo!
Now, I haven't seen this movie, so how long am I supposed to carry it?
Understand. Does this mean Cheyenne's first wedding was fake?
Oh, no, honey. It's just that when two people have been married for a while, they want to have another ceremony to celebrate.
So it's kind of like when you eat something that tastes really good, and then you burp and think, man, that tasted good. Hey.
Hey, honey.
Oh, Mom. Are those little rice bags for our ceremony?
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Oh, I hope they're okay, but I'm gonna need them back. I'm gonna make rice pudding for the reception.
Well, you know what, Mom? You don't have to go to all this trouble. I'm fine keeping things on the simple side.
Well, honey, I'm just so excited. I finally get to throw you a wedding where it's not on the same day as prom.
Well, I really appreciate it. And thanks for letting Barbara Jean help out, too. Okay, gotta run.
Whoa. Barbara Jean.
All right, Mom, look, Van and I decided that with your high blood pressure and cramming everything into 2 weeks that, you know, it might be nice if Barbara Jean helped you out a little bit.
So you've asked Barbara Jean to help make my life easier? Where have you been for the last 5 years?
Right. Mom, she's my stepmom, and she really wants to be involved.
No,
and look,
Cheyenne.
it is really, really important to me that everyone gets along this time, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Don't give it another thought.
Thank you. Just don't let Barbara Jean get too wacky. And good luck with that.
Okay. Reba, I ordered a horse and a carriage, but can the horse stay over here? You know, you got all those weeds in your backyard, and Thunder will love that.
You hired a horse and carriage? What happened to the white limo?
That's a little Pimp Daddy Huggy Bear 1985, you know. Yeah, that.
I'm so glad you're wanting to help, but I know you're busy just being Barbara Jean. Look, I am perfectly capable of taking care of this ceremony on my own.
Yeah, well, your daughter doesn't think so. And Reba, like it or not, I am way more qualified. Who here has been married the most recently? Let me think. Me.
I know, because I provided you with a husband.
Well, maybe. It's time you stop beating a dead horse and get on with your
No,
life.
I'll show you a dead horse.
Right? Everything okay down here?
Yeah, just talking about horses.
Well, actually, one end of it anyway.
Oh.
Well, I'm off to my 12-step group. Ooh, which reminds me, at the reception, no booze and no open mic.
Oh, you got it. We'll just be here getting along, honey.
Yeah, bye, Cheyenne. Yeah.
Okay, look. We wrecked Cheyenne's last wedding because of our bickering, but that's not gonna happen again.
So we work together?
Yes.
Horse in the backyard?
Yes.
Matching outfits?
Get out.
Okay.
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor.
Look, all I'm saying is this is our wedding. The only people who should be invited are people who are meaningful in our lives. And Bill Gates. He probably won't come, but he might send a check.
Fine, if we're just gonna invite close family and friends, I guess I'm okay with that.
Okay, you love birds. I've wrangled the caterer, hired the musicians, and ordered programs, and confirmed the minister. Dang, I'm good.
Wow, Mrs. H, that sounds fancy.
Well, fancy is my name.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Reba, wedding crisis. Talk her down.
Shouldn't we wait to see if she's gonna jump first?
They've run out of pink roses. Some idiot ordered all the pink roses in town 3 days ago. Our theme is ruined.
Relax, Barbara Jean. That idiot was me.
Oh. Okay. Woo. How y'all doing?
Wow, that sounds like a lot of flowers for that small little room at the senior center.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Who's paying for all these flowers?
We are.
Well, a wedding is nothing without flowers.
And we may need that many flowers because you're not getting married at the senior center. I got us the church.
The church, really?
Oh, Cheyenne, you are one lucky girl because your mother is a saint with the cunning of a Bolivian street urchin. Come on, Brock. Now that we got the big church, our options are wide open. I'm thinking light show.
Oh, yeah. They're paying for the light show, right?
You know, let the moth out of your wallet, okay?
So what do you think about all this?
I don't know, Mom. I'm worried. Barbara Jean's got that look in her eye. You know, the same look that got us fireworks at Grandma's funeral.
This will not be a circus, I promise. No elephants and no cotton candy, okay?
Okay.
All righty.
Thank you.
You got it. It'll be fun.
That's great, Mrs. H. Keep the cotton candy a surprise.
What are you talking about?
Trust me, I know my wife, and she loves the circus. If this is not the biggest, flashiest wedding of the year, she's gonna be disappointed.
I'm not sure that's true.
Trust me, it's true.
Trust me, it's not.
Trust me, you're wrong.
Man! Would you please just let me plan the wedding and you stick to looking pretty? I promise, both of you will be happy with it.
Hello. Mrs. H thinks I'm pretty.
So, what do you think?
I think somewhere Jesus is weeping. I just decorated this church this morning. What happened?
Your version had a certain been there, done that, seen it, boring quality.
This is supposed to look like a church, not your bedroom. And are those live birds?
Yes. Nothing says celebration like 10 Make that 9 live doves. just a sec. Frederico? Yeah, we've got a dove down. Also, I've got a heart-shaped balloon deflating near the popcorn machine. Well, what do you mean you are out of helium? Why is your voice so high?
Who's Frederico?
Oh, he's the wedding planner. Well, he's not actually a wedding planner yet, but he's the best darn eyebrow waxer at Hair Apparent. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. Gotta run, Rhett.
Margie.
Whoa! Check out this place. And a giant picture of me? You know what? You're right, Mrs. H. I am pretty.
Van, everything was supposed to go through me. Did you know about this?
Well, Barbara Jean called me and said that you decorated the place in a subtle shade of dull, so I said, work it, girl.
I promised Cheyenne everything would be dignified.
Oh, say the dignified for our funerals. A wedding's supposed to be fun. You gotta have fun. And hey, Mrs. H, I invited some single men of a certain age. I'm sure there's fire left in the old gal, huh? Gotta mingle. Love ya.
Okay, honey, look. You look beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. One day you're running alongside their bike, teaching them how to ride a two-wheeler, and the next day they're getting married. Again.
I was just gonna say, it doesn't even feel like that much of a wedding. I mean, nobody's yelling.
Look, honey, your father and I just want to take this moment to tell you how proud we are of you.
Your mother's right. You know, everything you've done, everything you've become, well, we just couldn't ask for a better daughter.
You guys, I love you so much.
Oh,
We love
you too.
And honey, before you go out there, well, your ceremony might be a little more flamboyant than what you thought it might be.
Oh, Mom, it's okay. Now that we're here, it's just important to me that I share this moment with my closest friends and family.
Oh, honey.
Knock, knock. 3-minute warning, people. Also, there's been a robbery at a liquor store. I'm getting a lot of interference.
All right, honey, I'll be back in a few minutes to walk you down the aisle. Remember, don't be nervous. It's just like riding a bike.
Okay. Wait a minute. Who are all those people out there?
Those are your guests, Cheyenne. Somebody's a little nervous.
But I don't recognize any of them. Mom, do you know who they are?
A lot of them are Van's clients.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got out the business cards to prove it. It's like a real estate seminar out there.
I cannot believe he'd do this. I mean, we agreed that it would just be people that meant something to both of us. After all that we talked about, he packs the church with his clients?
Well, honey, it could be worse. It could be all family.
Mom,
Where are you going?
talk to my husband.
Yeah, but the ceremony's about to start.
Way to go, yappity yap. Now get out there and keep things moving, and I'll deal with this.
Okay, Frederico? Yeah. Ma'am, I don't care if you ordered pickles on your burger. Just eat it.
So he says to me, can I get an interest-free loan? Well, that's when I lost my interest.
Van,
Hey, I'm not supposed to see you. It's bad luck.
how could you do this? How could you fill the church full of your clients?
I think when you see the quality of their gifts, you might change your tune.
So you just blow off all my friends from the group?
Well, hey, it'll give you something to share at your next meeting.
Van, this is not a joke to me.
Okay, you two, let's just calm down. Now, there's a church full of people waiting to see you celebrate your love for one another, okay?
You did not listen to a word that I said.
What are you talking about? This whole thing is for you.
For me? Huh?
I don't get why you're so mad.
That's just it, Van. You just don't get it.
Okay, and there's the music. Now, to sum it all up, Van's sorry, Cheyenne's sorry, and we can finish this conversation at another time. Van, would you escort me to my seat, please?
Sure. Excuse me for trying to give you the perfect wedding. Let's go. your daughter is nuts.
Man.
Well, she is. This whole thing is for her, and she's acting like I'm some huge jerk. And speaking of huge, I got a place by the lake to show you. Now, back to your nutty daughter.
Okay, stop talking so I can just look happy.
Why is she jumping all over me? I don't understand it. And hey, you, I got your crazy email, and the answer is yes. Mrs. H, you okay?
Oh, just all y'all's arguing is just making me a little faint. I need to sit down and enjoy the ceremony.
Lights and music. Where a go?
Come on, y'all! Come on now! Ladies and gentlemen, here comes your bride, Cheyenne Montgomery.
And cue bride. And cue bride. Rico, cue the freaking bride! Hurry, kill the music! Cut the lights!
Brock, you forgot the bride.
She's gone.
What do you mean she's gone?
She's gone. The bride's room is empty.
Oh, just for once, I wish you would get married without making such a fuss.
Gone? How could she be gone?
You tell me. You're the one fighting with her.
You were fighting with her? I swear to God, boy, if these hands weren't my bread and butter, I'd...
Brock!
I can't believe Cheyenne would do this.
This is just horrible. Everything is wrecked. Kill the doves. Not literally, Frederico, just no doves. God!
Okay, nothing is wrecked. I'm gonna go find Cheyenne and talk her down. Barbara Jean, I need you to get in there and stall.
Stall? How am I supposed to stall?
I don't know, sing a song, dance a jig. Suddenly you can't find a way to draw attention to yourself?
Hey, wait a minute, I've got an idea. Why don't we renew our vows?
What?
Yeah, our anniversary is coming up. We could renew our vows and buy Van and Cheyenne some time. So what do you say, Barbara Jean? Will you marry me again?
Oh my gosh, honey, that is the most romantic thing I have ever heard. And this time, it will be even better because I can celebrate with my best friend. I mean, I don't think Reba was totally happy for me the first time. Oh.
5 years later and it still makes me sick. Okay, fine. Renew your vows, play the banjo. I don't care. Just keep them busy until I get back.
I am so happy I could scream.
Oh, I hope you don't mind, Van. I just sort of got swept up in the moment.
No, it'll be nice to have someone to split the cost with.
No. No, Barbara Jean!
Attention, everyone. There will be a brief addition to the program. My husband and I are renewing our vows. Sorry, Frederico. Sorry.
Cheyenne? Anybody in here?
No. This is all wrong, Mom. This was supposed to be wonderful.
It still can be. In a Harlequin romance novel, French bordella kind of way.
I can't go out there, Mom. I'm so mad I can barely even speak. Van should have known better.
Oh, I know, honey, and you guys can discuss this after the ceremony. Now, let's get out there and have some fun. Come on.
Cheyenne, how could you do this? How could you ruin everything?
Are you kidding me, Van? This wasn't about me. This was about your clients and showing off.
So what if I'm showing off? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the things I've accomplished. I thought you'd be proud too.
The things that you've accomplished?
Okay, let's keep this in perspective. Now, we got to remember, the reason we're here is for you guys to celebrate your love for one another. Yeah.
Van, you were only supposed to invite people that were meaningful to both of us.
My clients are meaningful. They mean money.
Okay, you know what, Van? The people in my support group mean something to me. I wanted them here too.
And also, because when you're in love, you always forgive the other one.
Do you know why I didn't invite your friends? Because they depress me. All those people with all their problems depress me.
Van, I'm one of those people.
And it's important to remember that weddings are very stressful. So let's just take a step back and take a deep breath.
If Shai and I married, would have loved this wedding.
Well, maybe I'm not that person anymore.
No kidding. I mean, what happened to us? We used to have so much fun. It's like I don't even know you anymore.
I don't know, Van. I mean, maybe we're not meant to be together after all.
What? Oh, Fan, go after her. Go after her.
Maybe she's right. Maybe we shouldn't get married.
But you're already married. Oh, how could this day get any worse?
Reba, come quick. I want you to be my bridesmaid.
Fan, help. Fan, help.
Oh, Reba, this is so beautiful. Just like out of a dream. You know, Frederico accidentally let 3 doves escape. I caught 2 of them. The other one hit a window.
Barbie, let me go.
But you need to give me away.
I would love to if I could find any takers.
Let's stop touching now. You're kind of clammy.
Hey, what's going on with Van and Cheyenne?
Okay, the kids' wedding is off. Sorry. They had another fight, and they were in the bathroom, which is a bad place to have it because the echo makes it sound far worse.
Oh, my gosh. Are they gonna be okay?
I don't know. I guess I better say something.
Frederico, Reba's gonna speak. Give me a drum roll and a pin spot. God, you are useless.
Hello. Thanks for coming. Traffic was nuts, huh? Anyway, the kids had a little misunderstanding. I'm sure they'll be okay, but oh.
Reba?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
So if y'all will just kind of hang in there, I'm sure it'll be. I'm gonna sit down just for a second, okay?
Reba.
Oh.
Reba, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Who let the doves out? Now, previously on Reba.
According to this reading, you have high blood pressure.
Cheyenne,
Yeah?
will you marry me again?
Oh, Van. You did not listen to a word that I said.
What are you talking about? This whole thing is for you.
For me? Huh?
I don't get why you're so mad.
That's just it, Van. You just don't get it.
You forgot the bride.
She's gone.
What do you mean she's gone?
She's gone. The bride's room is empty.
The kids had a little misunderstanding. I'm sure it'll be. I'm gonna sit down just for a second, okay?
Reba.
Oh.
Reba, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Who let the doves out?
Excuse me, who here is Mrs. Hart's family?
I am.
And you are?
Hi, I'm Barbara Jean Hart. I'm her ex-husband's new wife.
That doesn't make you family.
I'm sorry. I'm also her twin sister.
You know what? I'm her daughter.
Oh, getting married.
Oh, no, no, no. That's her running outfit.
Doctor, how is she doing?
Well, we're not exactly certain what happened yet, but anytime anyone with high blood pressure passes out, we take it seriously.
So it's serious.
I didn't say it was serious. I said we take it seriously. We got to be thorough.
So, can we see her now?
Sure, as long as you don't
Reba!
startle her.
I will never leave your side, Reba, never!
I'm glad to hear that, Barbara Jean. They think it's bird flu.
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor.
Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to scare you like that.
No, no, Reba, we weren't worried. We knew you'd be fine.
You know, for a moment there, when I was running behind the ambulance, I couldn't remember what you looked like.
Mrs. H gave us a good excuse to cancel the wedding. Mother of bride collapses sounds better than psycho bride, dumb, sweet, innocent groom.
You know what, Van? No one asked you to propose.
You know what, Cheyenne? No one asked me not to either.
That's not even an argument.
You know what? It might be.
It might not be.
Can I talk to you guys? Hey, Reba, I'm just gonna have a little chat with Paris and Nicole here. Look, I told you guys before, it's not good for Reba to hear you argue. Now, if you can't control yourselves, take it outside.
That's right, Cheyenne. Take it outside.
You take it outside, Van.
No, you.
No, you take it outside.
Get out.
What are you doing?
I'm just getting a sense memory. Has your arm always been this hairy?
Oh, stop it. Get those kids back in here. Kids, get back in here.
Oh, Reba, please, would you relax? You've been through a terrible ordeal.
I can't just sit here in this hospital bed. Van and Cheyenne's marriage is falling apart, and I gotta go fix that.
Reba, this might be a good time for you to learn that sometimes you just gotta let things go, okay? I mean, you cannot fix everything.
Oh, yes, I can.
Whoa, Reba, no. Back into bed, all right? Just at least wait until the doctor gets back with the test result.
That could be forever. This hospital's on my HMO.
Look, just wait 10 minutes, all right? If he's not back by then, you can get up and go save the world.
Okay, fine. What are you doing?
Well, I decided to get a taped memory. You know, my senses are shot. All right, now hold your arm up. I want to see that hair. It looks like a red wheat field.
This is not my fault, Van. I mean, I wish you would understand what a difficult position you put me in.
What difficult position? How hard was it to say you'll marry me when you're already married to me?
Very hard. Because this time when you asked me, I knew what it would mean. If we weren't married, I would know, so it'd be easier, but it's not.
Watch TV.
Look, Van, if you hadn't asked to renew our vows, I would never have re-examined our relationship. But you know what? Guess what? I did. And I didn't like what I saw.
I wasn't trying to make you re-examine anything. I wanted to renew our vows to make you happy.
But I'm not happy.
I get that! These people, they get it too!
Look, Van, ever since I started volunteering at the homeless shelter, I see things differently.
Oh, Charity. I knew nothing good would come of it.
You know what? You hate that I've grown. I used to act self-centered and silly, and you loved that.
I did. It was hot. You know what? You're not the only one who's grown. I've grown too. I lost one job, and I'm doing really great at a new one.
Yeah, too great. Seems like all you think about anymore is business and making money.
I like money. It doesn't yap at me 24/7.
I'm not yapping at you, Van. I'm trying to fix this.
Oh, really? Anyone here think that we're fixing anything? Show of hands. Huh? Huh?
You know what?
No.
Watch the TV. Look, Van, all I'm trying to say is this. People grow. They change. But what happens when two people who are married grow at different times?
Well, then I guess one person waits for the other one to catch up.
What happens if they grow in different directions?
Well, then I guess we have a problem. Shut up.
Barbara Jean, I'm not taping a profile for MySpace. Would you quit taping me?
Reba, I have learned that you have got to take every opportunity to tape the person you love. I mean, I always wanted to tape my grandfather before he died, and I just never had the chance.
What he died?
High blood pressure, hit by a car.
Brock, how many more minutes left?
8.
Look how weird your mouth looks.
How many minutes now?
9, penalty minute. You want to go for 10?
Okay, all right, that is Brock. Now, he left Reba 4 years ago. That is when the first crack appeared in her fragile heart.
Brock, make her leave, or I'm gonna put a crack in her fragile skull.
Barbara Jean, listen, why don't you shoot some establishing shots of the outside of the hospital?
What? Brock, I'm not hurting anyone. I just want to get some footage of Reba so that when she's all better, we can just look back and laugh, you know?
Yeah, I know. But remember how the doctor said that she should relax? So maybe it'd be a little better if you gave her some peace and quiet.
Okay. Well, you know, I guess you know best. So, you know, why don't you just come over here for a minute and just tape me for a second, then I'll go, okay?
Okay.
All right, you listen to me, pretty boy. If something happens to my best friend, this videotape may be the only thing I have to comfort me for the rest of my life. Now give me back my camera and back off. Before I rip out your beating heart and I give it to Reba.
Okay.
I'm out here. I gotta go talk to Van and Cheyenne.
Reba, get back into bed.
Get out of my way.
No, whoa. Look, just
out.
take it easy.
No.
Okay, this is good. This is all good stuff. I can intercut the sad stuff with these action shots. It's great. It's
Oh,
great.
yeah, Blondie, you keep filming. If he ever turns me loose, I'm gonna hurt him. Leave me alone.
What is going on in here?
She was trying to escape. It's okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm a dentist.
Please get back into bed.
I don't want to get back in bed. I have a family emergency that I need to deal with.
That is gonna have to wait because I'll be back in 5 minutes to prep you for surgery.
Surgery? But I haven't even got my test results back yet.
The doctor will be in shortly to explain. I'll be back in 5.
When I make the soundtrack for this part is gonna go dun dun dun.
Having surgery? Why am I having surgery? What's wrong with me?
Okay, just calm down. I'm sure the doctor will explain everything when he comes back. I'm sure it's nothing.
Yeah, nothing. They don't cut on you when it's nothing, Brock. Now, if they say, here, put this little Band-Aid on your little elbow, then that's nothing. But surgery is something.
Okay, Reba, just listen to me, all right? Now, these surgeons are highly trained. Okay, they're experts. You do not have to worry.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, I gotta calm down. Oh, think positive.
Oh. Unless they leave a pair of scissors or a glove in you when they sew you up.
What?
That happens.
Barbara Jean.
Rarely. I mean, that happens rarely.
Oh.
But it happens.
I can't have surgery. There's no milk in the house. What if I'm right in the middle of surgery and somebody wants a glass of milk? I've never even been to the Grand Canyon.
I'll buy some milk.
And I will rent a Thunderbird convertible, and I will put your ashes in the seat next to me. And I will drive them over the rim of the Grand Canyon.
Where are the kids? Where are Van and Cheyenne?
I think they're right outside.
I gotta go talk to them. I gotta talk them out of this mess.
Reba, please get back into bed. I'll go get them, okay?
What are you saying, Brock? Am I too weak to walk? Do you know something you're not telling me?
No, of course not. I just want you to relax.
I'll relax. I'll relax after I knock their two heads together and get out of my way. Van, where's Cheyenne?
She's probably down at the gift shop buying one of those teddy bears that says, "Shut up, Van."
Mom, what are you doing out of your room?
I have something to say, and I want you both to listen.
Mrs. H, I'm really not in the mood for a lecture right now.
Well, too bad, because I got one for you. You two do this all the time, and I'm sick of it. You take your petty little arguments and you blow them into gigantic problems.
Mom, this is a big problem.
Oh, stop it! You two love each other, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Now, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to work this out, or I'm not going to be the only one that has to have surgery.
What?
Surgery?
Yes, surgery. And I'm a little scared.
Oh, Mom.
I'm fine. It's just that it's easier for me to concentrate on your problems. Now, work it out. Don't let me down. Okay? I'm gonna go back inside because I'm tired of Barbara Jean filming my backside.
And cut! Surgery? I cannot believe this.
She'll be all right. She's a survivor.
Man, Mom's wrong. The kind of problems that we have, you can't fix in 5 minutes.
So we lie.
What?
We go in there and we tell her we made up.
But we didn't make up.
That's why it's a lie.
Okay, fine. Okay, look. Okay, that's a good idea. We'll go in there and we'll just renew our vows.
But I didn't write down any vows.
We were supposed to.
Well, you were supposed to marry me.
You know what, Fed? You just shut up and you smile.
Okay, Reba. Now, just in case the surgery doesn't go well, any last words?
Bite me.
Mrs. H, we have something to tell you.
We're really sorry that we let our silly little argument ruin the ceremony, so Van and I thought that we might renew our vows for you right here in the hospital room.
Really? I think that's a wonderful idea.
Oh, good. Okay. Van?
I think you should go first.
I think you should go first.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Cheyenne, you're a handful. You were when I married you, and you are now. Actually, you're more now. And I know you've grown a lot. There's this new and improved Cheyenne. But when I look into your eyes, when I really look into your eyes, I see the woman I've always known. And you say you were self-centered and silly, and you probably were, but you're also sweet, kind, and beautiful. And that, Cheyenne, will never change. It's the core of who you are. It's the woman I married. It's the woman I love.
Wow. That was really sweet, guys. Stop filming me, Barbara Jean.
Okay, Mrs. Hart, we're ready to take you down and prep you for surgery.
Oh, could I have a couple of minutes with my family, please?
Sure.
Before I go in, I'd just like to take a few minutes to say, I'm too young to die. You're my family. Cheyenne, my beautiful Cheyenne, you're the light of my life.
I know, Mom. I know.
And Van, you started out in this family as my son-in-law, and now you're my son.
Thanks, Mom.
And Brock, This is gonna be difficult, but if I did die, there's something that I'd want you to know.
Yes, Reba, what is it?
You done me wrong. But you've been a really good father to our children, and I guess that's about as much as a person could ask for. You're my family. I love all of you.
Reba, do you have anything you want to say to me?
Nope, that about wraps it up.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Barbara Jean. I've been angry with you for a long time. And today made me realize that I shouldn't judge you for what you did. I should judge you for what you do. You've always been there for me. Always. To the point where it's a little creepy.
Stop it. You're making me cry.
But your heart's always in the right place. And I was just thinking that I've actually wanted to think of you as
Yes?
one of my closest.
Say it, Reba, just say it.
Well, as one of my...
Hey there!
Ah, he stepped on my moment!
Sorry, I just had to rush in here before they prepped you for surgery. The nurse got your chart confused with another patient.
So wait, I'm not having surgery?
No, you probably had a little anxiety and some low blood sugar. That, coupled with your high blood pressure, made you pass out.
So I'm fine.
Well, you're gonna have to realize that you have high blood pressure. You're gonna have to change a lot in your life.
Okay, Doc, I will. I'm gonna start by spending more time with my family and making sure there's enough milk at the house. And Barbara Jean, go rent a Thunderbird convertible because we're going to the Grand Canyon.
Oh my God! We're going to the Grand Canyon!
You're taking Barbara Jean to the Grand Canyon?
Nobody got her out of the room, didn't it?
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter.
sitting up and glowing with health. Seriously, this is one of the best relationships I have ever had. Reba grimaced. Oh, I think Jordan has his hands full with you. Oh, you are a beginner, Reba, Jordan said understandingly. He turned and pointed across the room toward a massive, muscular woman who was currently shouting instructions at a terrified client. You will start with Dot. Dot. Yeah. This is Reba. She seems a little tense. I would spend some extra time on the stretching. Dot cracked her knuckles and pointed a menacing finger at the floor. Hey, get down there. Reba did not wait to find out what Dot had in mind. She grabbed her gym bag and bolted for the door, practically running back to her car. An hour later, Reba was back in her own living room, pacing the floor. Brock was sitting on the edge of the sofa, looking up at her with desperate, wide eyes. So, did you see him? Brock demanded, his voice trembling slightly. What is he like? Is he little? Could I take him? Reba stopped pacing and looked at him with profound pity. He is big, but he is not as big as Dot. Brock stood up, unable to sit still any longer. So, what do you think? Is there something going on there? Reba took a deep breath, trying to figure out the gentlest way to deliver the bad news. Look, Brock. I was hoping that I could go down to the gym and check things out and come back and tell you that there is nothing to worry about. But Brock threw his hands in the air, his face turning pale. That is it. Reba, come on, Brock groaned, pacing back and forth furiously. Okay, Reba admitted, raising her hands defensively. I do not know if they are having an affair or not, but if they keep working out like that, they might be having a baby. Man, I knew there was something going on, Brock shouted, his suspicions completely validated in his own mind. Just then, the front door swung open, and Barbara Jean walked in, looking refreshed and happy. Hey, everybody, I am here, and I am saying, well. Oh, hi, honey, Brock said, his voice dripping with venom and sarcasm. Barbara Jean stopped in her tracks, clearly confused by his tone. Do not you hi honey me, what are you talking about? Oh man, Brock scoffed, crossing his arms. Did you honestly think that I would not find out about you and Jordan? Barbara Jean looked genuinely shocked. What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent. Brock turned to Reba, pointing a dramatic finger at his wife. Reba, tell him what you saw. Reba backed away, suddenly wishing she was anywhere else in the world. I do not want to get involved. She said you are having an affair, Brock accused, his voice echoing through the living room. Barbara Jean rolled her eyes dramatically. Any more than I already am. Okay, Jordan and I are not having an affair. He is gay. The room went completely silent. Brock stared at her, his mouth hanging open. Reba blinked, replaying the entire scene at the gym in her head through this new, incredibly clarifying lens. What? Brock asked, his anger instantly dissolving into utter confusion. Barbara Jean looked at him as if he were the most foolish man on earth. Reba, do you honestly think I would let a straight man grab my breasts? Brock choked on his own breath. Excuse me, he grabbed your breasts. He is gay, Barbara Jean repeated calmly, as if this fact explained everything perfectly. He was not touching them. He was arranging them. Carry on with your lives. She turned to walk away, fully expecting the conversation to be over, but Brock was not finished. No, Reba, everything is not fine, Barbara Jean said, suddenly turning back, her voice filled with unexpected emotion. She looked at Brock, then at Reba, tears welling up in her eyes. I had no idea you were so threatened by the new me, the slim waist, the toned legs, the phallus. Reba stared at her. The phallus. The girls, Barbara Jean clarified, gesturing vaguely to her upper body. Oh, the puppies.
Reba seit, crossing her arms.
I am not threatened by you. Really? Barbara Jean challenged, stepping closer. Yeah. Then why did you go down to the gym? What were you spying on me? Reba hesitated, knowing she was caught. No. Okay. Yes. I went down to the gym because I thought there was something going on between you and Jordan. Why would you think that? Barbara Jean asked, genuinely hurt. Because you have changed, Reba said, finally letting her own frustrations out. I have not, Barbara Jean protested, her voice rising. Yes, you have, Reba fired back. Ever since you lost all that weight, you are pushy and obnoxious, and you always want to be the center of attention. Barbara Jean stared at her for a long moment, blinking in confusion. Hello? I have always been that way. From the hallway, Ben poked his head around the corner. She kind of got a point there. Brock, who had been standing silently, finally spoke up, his voice soft and reflective. Yeah, well, something has changed, Barbara Jean. Barbara Jean looked at her husband, then down at her own hands. Yeah, the way you guys look at me, I am still the same Barbara Jean I always was. I am just less winded. The truth of her words hung in the air, heavy and undeniable. Reba looked at Brock and Brock looked at Reba. They both realized simultaneously that Barbara Jean was completely right. She had not changed her personality. She had just changed her body. It was their own insecurities that had painted her actions in a negative light. I know she might be right, Brock admitted, his shoulders sagging in defeat. Could be us. He walked over to his wife, taking her hands gently in his. I am sorry, honey. Reba just got me all worked up. That is. He stopped, knowing it was unfair to blame Reba entirely. Look, Barbara Jean. The truth is I think I went down to the gym almost hoping that I would find you doing something wrong. You know, anything. So I could feel superior to you and your skinny butt. So, I am sorry. Reba nodded, stepping forward. Sorry? Yeah. Suddenly, a massive, brilliant smile broke across Barbara Jean's face. The hurt and confusion vanished instantly, replaced by a radiant glow of absolute joy. This is great. For the first time since we have known each other, you want to be me. Reba's eyes widened in horror. I do not want to be you. I know, Barbara Jean squealed, clapping her hands together in sheer delight. It is even better. You want to look like me. Before Reba could protest, Barbara Jean grabbed her gym bag and headed for the kitchen, practically floating on air. Hey, where are you going? Reba called after her. Just going to go grab something to eat. Barbara Jean sang out happily. I will see you next year. The living room fell quiet again. Reba and Brock stood there, emotionally exhausted but finally at peace with the bizarre, shifting dynamics of their extended family. Upstairs, a different kind of drama was quietly unfolding. Van walked into his bedroom, looking for his wife. He found Cheyenne sitting on the edge of the bed, her back to him. The television was on, casting a flickering light across the room. Hey, buddy, what are we watching? Van asked, walking over and sitting beside her. Cheyenne turned off the television with the remote, her shoulders slouched in sadness. No, we are not. Van smiled, trying to cheer her up. Want a rock, paper, scissor for it? Let us go. You are going to pick scissors, are not you? Cheyenne turned to look at him, her eyes shining with unshed tears. Get out.
Fawn was instantly alarmed.
Hey, honey. Hey, baby. I need to talk to you. Oh, honey. I just got the television. Cheyenne sniffled, wiping her nose with the back of her hand. Van gently reached out and took her hand. Well, I started thinking that maybe you do not think of me as new pretty because I do not do enough to keep your interest. No, honey, you are way hot, Van assured her immediately, leaning in to kiss her forehead. Guilty. Cheyenne sighed, pulling away slightly to reach into a shopping bag sitting on the floor. But anyway, I thought that maybe I should, change my look every now and then just to keep things fresh. So, I bought a wig. She pulled out a terrible, brightly colored synthetic wig and held it up, looking at him with a mixture of hope and deep insecurity. Van looked at the wig. Yeah, I think she might be having an affair with this guy. Reba stared at him, completely taken aback. Barbara Jean with her trainer? I mean, sure, he is probably a better man than you are, better looking and younger. But that is it, Brock interrupted, seizing upon a desperate plan. Reba, I need you to help me out. I want you to go down to the gym and see if there is anything going on. You know, spy on him for me. Reba took a step back, shaking her head vigorously. No way, you know. Barbara Jean may have a long list of faults, and I have that list if you need a copy. But she is nothing if not faithful. Yeah, right? Brock scoffed bitterly. Up until now. But now that she is thin and hot, she has all kinds of options. Reba sighed, seeing the genuine pain in his eyes. Despite everything, she wanted to help him find a healthy resolution. Look, Brock, if it is worrying you that much, be honest with her. Tell her how you feel. Tell her that you just need a hug every now and then. Brock threw his hands up in the air. Oh, now there is a great idea. See? Why, since my competition is a macho, muscular dude, I should go the other way and appear all weak and whiny. Your solutions are ridiculous. Reba makes me to spy on those. Stupid. He stormed off, leaving Reba alone with her thoughts. She looked down at her half-empty glass of green slush. Hard to believe they are supposed to be good for you. Out on the front porch, the afternoon sun was bright and warm. Van was sitting on the steps, absent-mindedly bouncing a basketball, when Reba walked out, her gym bag reluctantly clutched in her hand. Hey, Mrs. H, you off for your power walk? Van asked, looking up with a bright, innocent smile. Man, I love old people. Power walking, moving along, swinging their arms, like there is a big sale for false teeth. Reba glared at him, not in the mood for his unique brand of generational commentary. No, I am not going for my power walk. This whole physical thing is getting everybody acting wacko. Van caught the basketball and frowned, leaning forward. What do you mean? Reba sighed, sitting down on the step above him. Well, your dad thinks that the guy who gave Barbara Jean her new body is wanting to take a forespin. He probably does. What are you talking about? Van asked, his brow furrowing in confusion. Guys are pigs. They are dogs. They are all animals. They just care about hot women. They are hot dogs. Van looked genuinely offended. My point is that when you got a hot lady, you got to keep your guard up at all times. I used to, Van said softly, looking down at the basketball in his hands. Reba realized instantly that her cynical rant had struck a nerve. Cheyenne had been feeling insecure all day, and Van was internalizing the tension. You used to? No, baby, do not take it like that. It is just that I have grown into a mature, stable individual. That is all. Van stood up, his face set in a stubborn pout. Well, I do not like it. He turned and stomped into the house. A moment later, Ben walked up the driveway, carrying a half-eaten sandwich. Where have you been? Reba asked. I went to get something to eat, Ben replied around a mouthful of bread. So, Ben, you think that Brock might be right about this trainer? Ben considered the question thoughtfully, swallowing his food before answering. Sure, this guy could be hot for Barbara Jean, but since Barbara Jean is not looking to play, there is no problem, and it is obvious Barbara Jean is not looking. Why is this obvious? Reba asked, genuinely wanting to understand his logic. 2 reasons, Ben explained, holding up 2 fingers. Barbara Jean is not good at keeping secrets, and she thinks of you as her best friend. If she were fooling around with this guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to meet him. Reba froze. The memory of the kitchen conversation hit her like a ton of bricks. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. Boyfriend? Oh, whoops. That came out wrong. Meet him, Reba whispered, her eyes widening in absolute horror. Oh, where are you going? Ben asked as Reba suddenly sprinted down the driveway toward her car. Go down to the gym with the rest of the wackos, Reba yelled back over her shoulder. All right, Ben called out cheerfully. Well, keep those arms a-swinging. The atmosphere inside the gym was a loud, chaotic blend of thumping electronic music, the clanking of heavy iron weights, and the intimidating smell of expensive cologne and sweat. Reba walked through the glass doors, feeling entirely out of place in her comfortable, loose-fitting clothes. Everywhere she looked, people were lifting, running, and posing in front of massive mirrors. Man, there is a lot of beautiful people around here, she muttered to herself, dodging a man carrying a pair of dumbbells the size of small cars. You should see them naked in the shower. She finally spotted Barbara Jean in the corner of the room, standing next to a tall, incredibly handsome man with perfectly styled hair and a smile straight out of a toothpaste commercial. Oh, hey, Reba. You came, Barbara Jean beamed, waving her over enthusiastically. Reba walked over cautiously. Yeah. Hey, Jordan, the man said, offering a firm, confident handshake. Hey, Reba replied, sizing him up. He was exactly the kind of man Brock was terrified of. Ready to start, Barbara Jean? Jordan asked, his voice smooth and professional. Yeah. Hey, you look great in that outfit, Barbara Jean complimented him brightly. She then leaned close to Reba and whispered loudly, Oh, well, you know, the other woman is getting kind of baggy. Reba stared at her. Can you believe her? She did the impossible. She lost all that weight and kept these fellas. Oh. Okay, Jordan. Barbara Jean suddenly realized she had forgotten the introductions. Jordan, this is my friend, Reba. Hey, I am Jordan. I am Reba. Jordan clapped his hands together, radiating infectious energy. So, you going to join us, Reba? Oh, I do not know, Reba stammered, taking a step back. I just think that me and my fellows will just watch for a while. Well, Reba, you are not going to get into shape by just watching, Jordan encouraged her with a bright smile. You need to sweat a little. Yeah, but you guys got to understand, it has been a while since I have been in a gym like this, and I do not think. Hello, there, Jordan interrupted gently, turning his attention back to his client. Barbara Jean, you really are getting limber. What happened next made Reba's jaw drop. Barbara Jean lifted her leg with astonishing flexibility, placing it in a position that seemed entirely inappropriate for a public setting. Remember when you could not put your leg over my head? Barbara Jean laughed merrily. Remember when I did not want to? Reba whispered to herself, horrified. She stepped forward, trying to intervene. Is that legal? I mean, necessary? Jordan looked up, completely unfazed. It is critical to stretch the muscles out before you exercise them. Yeah. Otherwise, you could really hurt something. He patted the exercise mat. Turn over. Reba, you need to watch this one, Barbara Jean said cheerfully as she flipped onto her stomach. This one is my favorite. Jordan stepped over her, grabbing her arms and pulling them back gently. All right, now, this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles. Really should do this once a day. Barbara Jean closed her eyes, letting out a relaxed sigh. Oh, I would do it all day if I could. Reba felt her face flush with heat. She started fanning herself with her hand. You know, is this one of these gyms that has the heat on real high? I am sweating. Okay. Oh, wow. She desperately looked around for an excuse to leave the immediate area. Time for some weightlifting. Oh, good. That is enough of that stretching. Hello. Okay. Knock this out. Yeah. Okay. All right. You know, I think I have seen enough. Jordan gently released Barbara Jean and stood up, wiping his brow with a pristine white towel. So, what do you think? You have any interest in getting a personal trainer? Reba looked at him, then at Barbara Jean, her mind racing with all the terrible things she had to tell Brock. Only if he takes me out to dinner first. Are you sure, Reba? Barbara Jean asked. The kitchen faded away, replaced by a bizarre, hazy dreamscape. Suddenly, the front door burst open again, but the figure standing in the doorway was unrecognizable. You who? I am here, and I am thin. The voice belonged to Barbara Jean, but the body attached to it was entirely different. She was slender, toned, and exuded an almost blinding level of confidence. Yeah, thin is a stick, and dumb is one, a disembodied voice echoed in the dream. Reba stared in horror. Yikes, what is eating Cooper grape? Look at that, they look like the number 10. With a sudden gasp, Reba bolted upright, her heart hammering against her ribs. She was sitting in her own living room, the afternoon sun casting long shadows across the floor. She pressed a hand to her chest, taking a deep, shuddering breath. Oh, thank God it was just a nightmare. But before her heart rate could even begin to settle, the front door swung open with a cheerful creak. You who? I am here, and I am thin. Reba slowly turned her head, feeling the blood drain from her face. It was not a dream. Barbara Jean stood there, wearing a form-fitting workout outfit, looking incredibly slender, impossibly vibrant, and bubbling with endless, exhausting energy. And the nightmare continues, Reba whispered to herself, burying her face in her hands. In her head, an old, empowering tune played, a desperate attempt to maintain her sanity. My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I want to be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. With gentle hands and the heart of a fighter, I am a survivor. The next morning, the kitchen was once again the center of household activity. The blender roared to life, violently crushing ice, spinach, and a medley of mysterious, healthy ingredients. Mom, make us some pancakes. One of the kids pleaded, leaning over the counter with hopeful eyes. Reba poured the thick, green concoction into a tall glass, entirely unfazed by the request. No, I am making everyone a power smoothie. And this afternoon, I am taking a power walk. Van walked into the kitchen, stretching his arms over his head. He looked at Reba with a mixture of confusion and mild amusement. Power walk? Oh, forget your power cane. Van, that is not nice, Cheyenne scolded, following closely behind him. Mom does aerobics. She could shatter her hip? Van pointed out, completely oblivious to the glare Reba was sending his way. Reba took a slow, deliberate sip of her smoothie. And yet, in the blink of an eye, I can make you both homeless. Before Van could formulate an apology, the door burst open. Barbara Jean made her grand entrance, radiating enough energy to power a small city. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am. Oh, shut up and have a donut, Reba interrupted, holding out a powdered pastry like a peace offering to a hostile invader. Barbara Jean literally recoiled, holding her hands up as if the donut were radioactive. Oh, Reba, you are not still trying to lose weight by drinking those power smoothies. Are you? Jordan, my trainer, says that those are loaded with hidden carbs. Barbara Jean, I am all for adopting a healthy new lifestyle, Reba said, leaning heavily against the counter. But seriously, I mean, there has to be some sort of... She paused, noticing that Van and Cheyenne were staring at Barbara Jean with their mouths slightly open. Will you stop staring at her? What? Cheyenne blinked, shaking her head as if waking from a trance. We have been staring at her for, like, the past 2 hours. Well, she is pretty, Van stated plainly, nodding in appreciation. Barbara Jean preened, smoothing down her designer workout top. I am pretty. Well, of course you are, Reba said, trying to inject some grounded reality into the conversation. You have always been pretty, but she is new pretty. Oh, Van, that is such a funny story you can tell to your next wife, Reba muttered, though no one seemed to hear her over the sound of Barbara Jean's blossoming ego. Van, you really think that I am new pretty? Barbara Jean asked, batting her eyelashes. Oh, yeah, Van said, his voice filled with genuine, innocent admiration. You are like a bleached-out Halle Berry. Barbara Jean gasped, pressing a hand to her chest. Thank you. You are welcome. I am going to go make some calls, Van said, turning to leave the kitchen, completely unaware of the emotional landmines he was leaving behind. So, Barbara Jean, Cheyenne began, her voice dripping with sudden, intense curiosity. Yeah? Is it true that when you lose a bunch of weight, you want to do, you know?
Bounce ka bounce.
Hun. Reba scolded, even though he had already left the room. Barbara Jean looked at Cheyenne with a pitying, slightly condescending smile. Oh, Cheyenne, do not be upset. You are still hot. You are like a bleached-out Jan Brady. January Jan Brady. Cheyenne's jaw dropped, her youthful confidence shattered in an instant. She turned and stormed out of the room, muttering fiercely to herself. I am Marcia. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. With the kitchen finally clear of distractions, Barbara Jean leaned across the island, fixing Reba with a bright, intense stare. So, Reba, I got an idea. You should come down to the gym and meet Jordan, my trainer. Seriously, he will change your life. I mean, he is so much more than a personal trainer. He taught me how to work out and eat right. She sighed dreamily, gazing up at the ceiling. We go over the clothes I am going to wear, the movies I am going to see. Reba nearly choked on her green smoothie. Whoa, the movies you are going to see? What does that have to do with you getting in shape? Oh, nothing, Barbara Jean dismissed with a wave of her hand. We just have the same sense of humor. That Tim Allen just kills us. I mean, whether he is playing a dog or Santa Claus, you just buy it. So, you will come meet Jordan.
No, Reba answered flatly.
Oh, come on, Reba, Barbara Jean whined, grabbing Reba's hand. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. She froze, her eyes widening in panic. Boyfriend? Oh, whoops, that came out wrong. Oh. Reba raised an eyebrow, a million alarm bells ringing in her head, but she simply pulled her hand away and took another sip of her awful drink. Well, thanks anyway, but I am just going to be here with my smoothie. Delicious, just like fruit gravy. Later that afternoon, Brock wandered into the living room, looking unusually worn down and carrying a heavy burden of anxiety on his shoulders. He spotted Barbara Jean heading toward the front door, her gym bag slung over her shoulder. Oh, hey, Barbara Jean, Brock called out, trying to sound casual. Here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us. Barbara Jean checked her watch, bouncing lightly on the balls of her feet. Oh, honey, I cannot. I am going to the gym. Brock's smile faltered. Well, cannot you skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that romantic French place you like so much. Barbara Jean laughed, shaking her head as if he had just suggested they fly to the moon. Really? Skip the gym and eat French food? No confondu bras. With a bright wave, she vanished out the door, leaving Brock standing alone in the center of the room. He let out a long, defeated sigh. Reba walked in from the hallway, having witnessed the entire agonizing exchange. Brock turned to her, his expression a mixture of frustration and genuine hurt. Man, she blew me off again, Brock complained, running a hand through his hair. All she wants to do is go down to the gym and spend time with Jordan, her trainer. Exactly, Reba said, nodding sympathetically. Frankly, I like the new but the new attitude not so much, Brock grumbled. Reba crossed her arms. Oh, that is really funny coming from the old butt. Brock ignored the insult, pacing back and forth across the carpet. Jordan is so great. Jordan is so toned and funny. Well, I got news for you. Nobody is toned and funny. Rob, you are overreacting, Reba said, trying to calm him down. Oh, really? Brock stopped pacing and looked at her, his eyes dark with suspicion. Well, I started intensely thinking earlier today that maybe you honestly do not think of me as being new pretty anymore because I simply do not do enough things to keep your romantic interest. Van stared at her, completely baffled by the statement. No, honey, you are way hot. You are the hottest girl I have ever known. Cheyenne offered a sad, small smile. Guilty. I know you say that. But anyway, I thought that maybe I should, drastically change my physical look every now and then just to keep our relationship feeling fresh and exciting. She reached under the bed and pulled out a large, brightly colored box. She opened it slowly. So, I went to the store today and I bought a wig. Van looked at the synthetic hair resting in the box. He reached out and gently pushed the box back under the bed. He turned to face his wife, taking both of her hands in his own. His goofy, playful nature vanished entirely, replaced by a quiet, fierce sincerity that always took Cheyenne by surprise. Cheyenne, please put that box down entirely. Now, I need you to listen to me very carefully, Van said, his voice dropping to a low, steady murmur. Cheyenne looked up, tears brimming in her eyes. I honestly think it is a profoundly good thing that when I look at you across a room, I do not just see the beautiful, popular girl with the killer bodily figure anymore. Cheyenne's breath hitched. You do not. No, Van said firmly. I look at you, and I see my beloved wife, and I am fiercely attracted to her, whether she is all beautifully dressed up and perfectly ready to go out to a fancy restaurant, or if she is just sitting right here on our couch, wearing those soft, washed-up old flannel pajamas. Cheyenne sniffled, a single tear escaping and rolling down her cheek. Really? You mean that? Yeah, I absolutely mean that, Van promised, reaching up to wipe the tear away with his thumb. You are deeply beautiful to me simply because of exactly who you are on the inside. Cheyenne let out a wet, genuine laugh. I honestly feel kind of stupid right now for thinking all of those terrible things. Van smiled, his eyes crinkling at the corners. He leaned in and kissed her forehead softly. That tendency to overthink things is also a big part of exactly who you are, Cheyenne, and I absolutely love it. I love every single part of you. Cheyenne wrapped her arms around his neck, burying her face in his shoulder. She felt safe, secure, and entirely loved, without any need for expensive wigs or grueling physical training sessions. Come on, you, Van whispered into her hair, hugging her tightly. After a long moment, Cheyenne pulled back, a mischievous glint returning to her eyes. She stood up, taking his hand. Where exactly are we going now? Van asked, confused but willing to follow her anywhere. Cheyenne smiled warmly. Oh, we are going to go upstairs together. Van stopped walking, looking slightly bewildered. Hold on a second. I thought you explicitly did not want me to ever leave you completely alone. Cheyenne laughed, the sound bright and clear. She pulled him gently toward the staircase. Sometimes, Van, she whispered, leaning close to him. Sometimes I actively want to feel like I am the new pretty. The morning sunlight filtered through the kitchen windows, casting a warm but revealing glow over the absolute devastation that had befallen the countertops. Reba stood near the kitchen island, her hands resting on her hips as she surveyed the empty wrappers, the scraped clean plates, and the open, echoing void of the pantry. It looked as though a sudden, highly localized natural disaster had swept through the room, leaving nothing edible in its wake. That woman is out of control, Reba muttered, her voice a mixture of awe and profound exasperation. She is like a locust, She has eaten everything in the house. Ben, standing beside her with his arms crossed over his chest, nodded in solemn agreement. He reached out and picked up 2 small glass containers from the center of the table, holding them up to the light to emphasize the sheer scale of the tragedy. She has eaten everything in Mr. H's house too. Look at this. Even the salt and pepper shakers are empty. How does a person even eat salt and pepper as a snack? Reba sighed, rubbing her temples as the beginnings of a headache started to form. Why do you not just tell her she has eaten too much? Ben's eyes widened in sudden panic, and he took a quick step back, setting the empty shakers down as if they were suddenly burning his hands. You tell her. No, you tell her. Reba shot back, her tone carrying the unmistakable authority of a mother who was not about to be outmaneuvered in her own kitchen. Rock, paper, scissors. Ben groaned, knowing he was walking into a trap, but unable to resist the challenge. Ben, you know you are going to lose. Not this time, Ben said, his competitive spirit flaring. He held out his fist, bouncing it in rhythm with his words. 1, 2, 3. Reba smoothly flattened her hand into paper, while Ben's fingers formed the familiar shape of scissors. Wait, no, he formed a rock and she formed paper. He stared at his hand in absolute betrayal. Dang it, how do you always beat me? Because you always pick scissors, Reba said with a triumphant smile. Even though this time he had picked rock, it did not matter, her psychological warfare always worked. Of course I do, it is my system. So, you will tell her? Yeah, fine, Ben grumbled, his shoulders slumping in defeat. Then, realizing the sheer terror of confronting their ravenous houseguest, he panicked again. No, I do not want to. You tell her. Reba turned away, pretending to be very busy wiping down a spotless section of the counter. Come on, you tell her, Ben pleaded, his voice rising an octave. Please, please, please. No, Ben, why should I tell her? Reba asked, turning back to face him, her eyebrow raised in challenge. Ben desperately searched his mind for a logical reason, grasping at straws. Because girls can say that kind of stuff without having to come across like all they care about are looks. By the way, he paused, flashing a charming, innocent smile. You have been looking hot lately. Reba could not help but let out a short, genuine laugh at his blatant attempt at flattery. Oh, you. Look, sweetie, why do I not tell her? Thank you, Ben breathed out, immensely relieved that he had avoided the awkward confrontation. Just then, the front door swung open with a dramatic flourish, and Barbara Jean practically danced into the living room, her face glowing with a radiant, entirely unjustified sense of victory. She was carrying a massive, square cardboard box that radiated the unmistakable, savory aroma of melted cheese and baked dough. Hey, 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 Barbara Jean sang out, her voice bouncing off the walls. Guess who Luigi gave the free pizza to? Luigi does not have to roll it out of the bed every morning. Reba stared at the enormous pizza box, feeling a mixture of horror and exhaustion wash over her. You know, Mom, we really do not need another pizza. I mean, it is really just the 3 of us. Barbara Jean waved her free hand dismissively, setting the heavy box down on the already crowded kitchen table. Oh, I know, but I had to take it. It was free. Somebody will eat it. Before anyone could protest, a voice echoed from the hallway. Oh, dibs. Reba felt a sudden wave of genuine concern wash over her. This had to stop. It was no longer just about the grocery bill. It was about health habits and a desperate need for some kind of balance in their chaotic lives. You know what, Mom? Reba began, keeping her voice steady and supportive. I am thinking maybe we should all try and get a little healthier around here. Barbara Jean blinked, her expression a mask of pure innocence. What are you talking about? I am very healthy. At that moment, the sheer absurdity of the situation finally pushed Reba over the edge. She marched forward, pointing a stern finger at the pizza box. All right, that is it, Mrs. H. Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Barbara Jean stared at her, utterly bewildered, clutching a slice of pizza as if it were a life preserver in a stormy sea. Mrs. H., I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself, Reba continued, her voice softening with genuine empathy. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different? The room seemed to spin, the edges of Reba's vision blurring as a strange, surreal sensation washed over her. Come on. Tell me the truth.
Ok, fine Reba sai devili.
I honestly do not know for sure if they are actively having a romantic affair or not. But I will tell you this much. If they keep working out together on the floor mats looking exactly like that, they might accidentally end up having a baby. Brock staggered backward, clutching his chest as if he had been shot. Man, I knew it. I absolutely knew there was something terrible going on behind my back. Before Reba could attempt to calm him down, the front door burst open. Barbara Jean practically danced into the living room, her face glowing with post-workout endorphins. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am saying, well, oh hi, honey. Brock glared at her with a mixture of profound sadness and boiling rage. Do not you dare say hi, honey, to me. Barbara Jean stopped in her tracks, her smile faltering. What on earth are you talking about, Brock? Brock pointed an accusing finger at her. Oh man, did you honestly, truly think that I would not eventually find out about whatever it is you are doing with Jordan? Barbara Jean looked genuinely bewildered. What? We were simply working out at the gymnasium. It was a perfectly innocent physical training session, she insisted, turning to Reba for support. Reba, please tell him exactly what you saw over there. Reba took a very slow step backward, raising her hands defensively. I do not want to get personally involved in this marital dispute. Brock scoffed loudly. She already told me that you two are having a passionate affair. Reba cringed. Any more than I already am currently involved, I mean. Barbara Jean crossed her arms, her posture shifting from defensive to slightly amused. Okay, let me clear this up right now. Jordan and I are absolutely not having an affair. Oh, really? Brock challenged. Yes, really, Barbara Jean stated flatly. He is completely gay. Silence descended upon the living room. Brock blinked rapidly, trying to process this sudden influx of entirely unexpected information. Reba stared at Barbara Jean, her mind racing back to the highly intimate stretching routine. What? Brock managed to squeak out. Barbara Jean rolled her eyes. Reba, do you honestly, truly think that I would willingly let a straight, heterosexual man aggressively grab my breasts in the middle of a public gymnasium? Brock choked on his own saliva. Excuse me for a moment. He grabbed your breasts. He is gay, Brock, Barbara Jean repeated, enunciating clearly. He was not touching them in a sexual manner, she added, turning back to Reba with an exasperated sigh. He was simply arranging them so they would not be in the way of my breathing. Honestly, everybody please carry on with your normal daily lives. Brock exhaled a massive sigh of relief, his entire posture softening. But the tension in the room had not fully dissipated. Barbara Jean turned her attention back to Reba, her expression hardening.
No, Reba.
Everything here is absolutely not fine. I had absolutely no idea that you were feeling so incredibly threatened by the brand new version of me. Reba bristled. Threatened? I am not threatened by you. Barbara Jean stepped closer, listing her newly acquired assets on her fingers. You are threatened by the slim waistline, the perfectly toned leg muscles, the constant attention from the fellas. The fellas, Reba repeated incredulously. The girls, Barbara Jean corrected herself quickly. Oh, the puppies. Reba stood her ground, her voice firm, I am unequivocally not threatened by you, Barbara Jean. Oh, really? Barbara Jean challenged, crossing her arms tightly. Yeah, really? Then explain to me why exactly you decided to go down to the gymnasium in the first place? What were you doing? Were you purposefully spying on me? Reba hesitated. The truth was ugly, but it was sitting right there, demanding to be acknowledged. No. Barbara Jean just stared at her, waiting. Reba sighed, letting her shoulders slump. Okay. Yes, fine. I went down to the gymnasium specifically because I genuinely thought there was something inappropriate going on between you and Jordan. Barbara Jean looked deeply hurt. Why in the world would you ever think that about me? Because you have changed, Barbara Jean, Reba said softly. I have not changed, she shot back instantly. Yes, you have, Reba insisted. Ever since you lost all of that excess weight, you have become incredibly pushy and entirely obnoxious. And you always demand to be the absolute center of everyone's attention. Barbara Jean threw her hands up. Hello? I have literally always been exactly that way. From the corner of the room, Brock nodded slowly. She kind of has a very valid point right there, Reba. Reba ignored him, keeping her eyes on Barbara Jean. Yeah, well, something fundamental has definitely changed around here, Barbara Jean. Barbara Jean's expression softened, a glimmer of understanding finally dawning in her eyes. Yeah, you are right. It is the way you guys all look at me now. I am still the exact same Barbara Jean that I always was. I am just significantly less winded when I walk up a flight of stairs. Reba looked away, feeling a sudden pang of deep guilt. The realization washed over her. It was not Barbara Jean who had become unbearable. It was Reba's own reaction to Barbara Jean's sudden, undeniable improvement. I know, Reba admitted quietly. She might actually be entirely right about this. It could very well be us who are the problem. Brock stepped forward, looking sheepish. I am truly sorry, honey. Reba just got me all terribly worked up and paranoid. Reba glared at him briefly before turning back to Barbara Jean. She took a deep breath, deciding to lay all her emotional cards on the table. Look, Barbara Jean, the honest truth is, I think I went down to that gymnasium almost secretly hoping that I would actually find you doing something terribly wrong. Barbara Jean looked confused. You know, anything at all. Why? Reba swallowed her pride. So that I could continue to feel morally superior to you and your brand new skinny butt. So, I am genuinely sorry. Barbara Jean stared at her for a long moment. Then, a massive, brilliant smile broke across her face. Sorry. Yeah, I am sorry, Reba repeated, expecting anger. Instead, Barbara Jean clapped her hands together in absolute delight. This is completely great. For the very first time since we have known each other, you actually want to be me. Reba's eyes widened in horror. I absolutely do not want to be you. Barbara Jean laughed joyously, ignoring the denial entirely. I know. It is even better than that. You desperately want to look exactly like me. She spun around, practically floating toward the front door. Hey, where are you going now? Brock called out. I am just going to go grab something healthy to eat. I will see you guys next year, she sang out, pulling the door shut behind her. Reba and Brock stood alone in the living room, the silence heavy and complex. They had survived another bizarre chapter in their intertwined lives. Upstairs, a much quieter, more tender drama was unfolding. The bedroom was softly lit by a single bedside lamp. Van was sitting comfortably on the edge of the bed, holding a video game controller, his eyes fixed on the television screen. Cheyenne walked slowly into the room. She was wearing her old, faded flannel pajamas, her hair pulled back into a messy bun. She looked entirely exhausted, but there was a deep sadness lingering in her eyes that had nothing to do with physical fatigue. Hey, buddy, what are we currently watching on the television? Van asked, not looking away from the screen. No, we are not going to watch television right now, Cheyenne said softly, coming to stand in front of the screen. Van sighed, pausing his game. Do you want to rock, paper, scissor for control of the remote? Let us go right now. Cheyenne looked down at her hands. You are just going to pick scissors anyway, are you not? Van gasped in mock outrage. Get out of here. How did you know? Hey, honey, Cheyenne said, her voice trembling slightly. Van immediately dropped the controller, his demeanor shifting instantly from playful to deeply concerned. Hey, baby, what is wrong? I need to actively talk to you right now. Oh, honey, I just got the television set to the right channel. Van whined mildly, but he patted the space beside him on the bed. Cheyenne sat down, pulling her knees up to her chest. She took a ragged breath, started gently, sitting on the edge of the sofa. Do you think that Brock might actually be right about this personal trainer situation? Ben marked his page and looked up thoughtfully. Sure. I suppose this guy could potentially be hot for Barbara Jean. But since Barbara Jean is definitely not looking to play around, there is absolutely no problem. And it is completely obvious that Barbara Jean is not looking elsewhere. Reba tilted her head. Why exactly is this so obvious to you? There are two very simple reasons, Ben explained patiently. Number one, Barbara Jean is completely incapable of keeping any kind of secret. And number two, she genuinely thinks of you as her absolute best friend in the whole world. If she were actually fooling around with this muscular guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to go and meet him. Reba froze. The words hung in the air, connecting the dots in her mind with terrifying clarity. Meet him. She had practically begged Reba to meet him just that morning. Meet him, Reba gasped, standing up so fast she nearly knocked over the coffee table. Oh, where are you going in such a hurry? Ben asked, mildly alarmed. I am going to go down to the gymnasium and join the rest of the crazy wackos, Reba declared, grabbing her purse and her keys. All right then, Ben called after her. Well, make sure you keep those arms a-swinging. The atmosphere inside the health club was an overwhelming assault on the senses. The air smelled of expensive citrus cleaner and heavily perspiring bodies. Loud, rhythmic electronic music thumped aggressively from hidden speakers. Everywhere Reba looked, impossibly fit people were lifting heavy pieces of metal or running on machines that led to nowhere. She stood near the entrance, feeling entirely out of place in her comfortable jeans and modest blouse. Oh, hey there, Reba. You actually came. Reba turned to see Barbara Jean approaching, glowing with a light sheen of sweat and looking ridiculously happy. Yeah, I am here, Reba said, trying to keep her voice steady. Man, there are a whole lot of very beautiful people wandering around here. Oh, you should see all of them totally naked inside the shower rooms, Barbara Jean replied casually. Before Reba could process that horrifying image, a tall, incredibly muscular man approached them. He moved with the graceful confidence of a predatory cat. Hey there, the man said, flashing a dazzling, perfectly white smile. Jordan, E. Hey, Barbara Jean chirped, her voice pitching up an entire octave. Are you ready to start your session, Barbara Jean? Jordan asked, his eyes crinkling warmly. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Jordan looked her up and down. Hey, you look genuinely great in that new exercise outfit. Barbara Jean giggled, a sound Reba had never heard her make before. Oh, well, you know how it is. The other woman was getting kind of baggy and loose. Reba stared in utter disbelief. She leaned slightly toward an imaginary audience. Can you actually believe her? She somehow did the entirely impossible. She lost all that excess weight and still managed to keep these two huge fellas right up front. Oh, 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 oh. Barbara Jean finally remembered her manners. Okay, Jordan. Jordan, I want you to meet my dear friend. Reba, this is Jordan. Jordan extended a large, calloused hand. Hey, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am Jordan. I am Reba, she replied, shaking his hand cautiously. So, are you going to join us for a session today, Reba? Jordan asked enthusiastically. Reba took a step back. Oh, I really do not know about that. I just think that me and my fellows will just stand over here and watch for a little while. Jordan shook his head gently. Well, Reba, you are absolutely not going to get your body into shape by just watching other people do the hard work. You need to get out there and sweat a little bit. Reba crossed her arms defensively. Yeah, I understand that, but you guys have got to understand my position. It has been a very long while since I have been inside a modern gymnasium like this one, and I honestly do not think that I am ready. Before Reba could finish her sentence, Barbara Jean had dropped to the floor mat. Hello, there we go. Barbara Jean, you really are getting incredibly limber these days, Jordan praised, kneeling down beside her. Barbara Jean laughed loudly. Do you remember a few weeks ago when you completely could not put your leg over my head? I remember when I actively did not want to do that. Reba blurted out, her eyes wide with shock at the bizarre contortion happening in front of her. Is that entirely legal? I mean, is that maneuver truly necessary for physical fitness? Jordan did not look up from his task. It is absolutely critical to stretch the major muscle groups out thoroughly before you begin to exercise them. Yes. Otherwise, you could really hurt something severely. He gently guided Barbara Jean into a new position. Turn over on your stomach now. Barbara Jean looked up at Reba. Reba, you really need to watch this particular one. This one is my absolute favorite stretch. Jordan positioned himself over Barbara Jean, pulling her arms back gently. All right, now this specific movement provides a very good, deep stretch to the major muscles of the back and the chest. You really should try to do this particular stretch at least once a single day. Oh, I would happily do it all day long if I possibly could. Barbara Jean sighed blissfully. Reba felt her face growing hot. The proximity, the physical contact, the intimate nature of the stretching. It was all too much. You know, is this building one of these, fancy gymnasiums that has the central heating turned up real high? Because I am suddenly sweating profusely. Jordan finally let go. Okay, wow. It is time for us to do some heavy weightlifting. Reba exhaled sharply. Oh, thank goodness. That is definitely enough of that weird stretching. Hello. Okay, let us go knock this out, Jordan said, guiding Barbara Jean toward the heavy machinery. Yeah, okay. All right. Barbara Jean agreed happily. Reba watched them walk away together. They looked incredibly comfortable with one another. Too comfortable. You know what? I genuinely think I have seen more than enough here today. She turned to leave, but Barbara Jean jogged back over to her. So, what do you honestly think? Do you have any real interest in getting yourself a personal trainer? Reba looked her squarely in the eye. Only if he takes me out to a nice dinner first. Are you absolutely sure about this, Reba? Seriously, this specific dynamic is one of the absolute best relationships I have ever had in my entire life. Reba swallowed hard. The word relationship echoed ominously in her mind. Oh, I honestly think Jordan has his hands completely full just dealing with you. Barbara Jean smiled brightly. Oh, you are just a beginner, Reba. You will not start with Jordan. You will start with Dot. Oh, Dot, come over here. Yeah. A woman who resembled a brick wall with arms and legs stomped over. She was terrifyingly muscular. Dot, this is my friend Reba, Barbara Jean introduced cheerfully. She seems a little bit tense in her shoulders. Dot cracked her knuckles, the sound echoing like small firecrackers. I would definitely spend some extra time on the deep stretching. Hey you, get down there on the floor mat right now. Reba did not wait for a second invitation. She turned and practically sprinted out of the building. When Reba returned home, she found Brock anxiously pacing the length of the living room. The moment he heard the door close, he practically pounced on her. So, did you see him in person? What is he actually like? Is he a little guy? Could I possibly take him in a physical fight? Reba dropped her purse onto the table, feeling completely exhausted by the entire ordeal. Brock, he is a very big man, but I have to admit, he is still not quite as massively big as Dot. Brock grabbed her shoulders, his eyes frantic. So, what do you really think? Reba, is there actually something highly inappropriate going on between the two of them over there? Reba took a deep breath, trying to organize her scattered thoughts. She looked at the man who had broken her heart years ago, now trembling with the fear of having his own heart broken. Look, Brock, I was really hoping that I could just go down to the gymnasium, quietly check things out from a distance, and then come back home and tell you confidently that there is absolutely nothing for you to worry about. But that is exactly it, Brock shouted, throwing his hands over his face. Reba! Barbara Jean turned to him, her eyes sparkling with hope. Do you really think that I am new pretty? Oh yeah, absolutely. You are like a bleached-out Halle Berry. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. I am going to go make some telephone calls now. As he turned to leave, a mischievous smile crossed his face. So, Barbara Jean, is it really true that when you lose a massive amount of weight, you suddenly want to do, bounce, bounce? Van! A horrified female voice shrieked from the hallway. Cheyenne stormed in, her face flushed with indignation. Van immediately backpedaled, holding his hands up in surrender. Oh, Cheyenne, please do not be upset. You are still incredibly hot to me. You are like a bleached-out Jan Brady. Yes, January Jan Brady. Cheyenne crossed her arms, looking utterly betrayed. I am Marcia. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. She turned on her heel and stomped upstairs. Barbara Jean, completely unbothered by the marital spat, leaned against the counter, her eyes fixed on Reba. So, Reba, I have a fantastic idea. You really should come down to the gymnasium with me today and meet Jordan, my trainer. Seriously, he will absolutely change your entire life. I mean, he is so much more to me than just a personal trainer. He has taught me how to work out properly and how to eat the right foods. Reba raised an eyebrow. Is that all? Oh no. We go over the clothes I am going to wear for the week. The motion picture movies I am going to go see at the theater. Reba stopped wiping the counter. Whoa! Hold on a second. The movies you are going to see? What does going to the cinema have to do with you getting your body in shape? Barbara Jean waved her hand dismissively, giggling lightly. Oh, nothing at all. We just happen to have the exact same sense of humor. That actor Tim Allen just absolutely kills us with laughter. I mean, whether he is playing the role of a dog or pretending to be Santa Claus, you just completely buy into his performance. So, will you please come and meet Jordan? No, absolutely not. Oh, come on, Reba. Please? I want my absolute best girlfriend to finally meet my absolute best boyfriend. Barbara Jean covered her mouth, her eyes widening in mock horror. Boyfriend? Oh, whoops. That came out completely wrong. Reba stared at her, an unsettling feeling beginning to form in her stomach. Well, thank you anyway for the invitation, but I am just going to stay right here in my kitchen with my healthy smoothie. It is delicious. It tastes exactly like fruit gravy. Later that afternoon, the house was relatively quiet when the front door opened hesitantly. Brock stepped inside, looking unusually disheveled and incredibly anxious. He paced the living room floor before wandering into the kitchen, where he found Reba reviewing some household bills. Oh, hey there, Barbara Jean? Brock muttered, his mind clearly somewhere else. Reba looked up, annoyed. Here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us. Oh, honey, I absolutely cannot, Reba replied, mimicking Barbara Jean's high-pitched tone perfectly. I am going to the gymnasium. Brock missed the sarcasm entirely. He leaned heavily against the refrigerator. Well, cannot you skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that very romantic French restaurant place that you like so much. The expensive one. Reba dropped her pen. Really? You want me to skip the gymnasium and go eat heavy French food? No confondu bras. Brock finally looked at her, his face a portrait of utter misery. Man, she completely blew me off again today. All she ever wants to do is go down to that health club and spend all her free time with Jordan, her personal trainer. Reba leaned back in her chair, observing her ex-husband. Exactly. Frankly, Brock, I really like the new bodily improvements, but the brand new attitude that comes with it, I do not like it so much. Brock scoffed, running a hand through his hair. Oh, that is a really funny observation coming from the old version of things. She constantly says Jordan is so great. Jordan is so perfectly toned and so incredibly funny. Well, I have breaking news for you. Reba, nobody in this world is both perfectly toned and incredibly funny at the same time. Reba tried to maintain a voice of reason. Brock, you are completely overreacting to this situation. Oh, am I really? He challenged, his voice rising in panic. Yes. I honestly think she might be actively having a romantic affair with this guy. Reba laughed aloud. Barbara Jean having an affair with her fitness trainer? I mean, sure. He is probably a significantly better man than you are, undoubtedly better looking and considerably younger. But that is exactly it. Brock interrupted, pointing a desperate finger at her. Reba, I desperately need you to help me out with this situation. I want you to go down to that gymnasium and just see if there is anything inappropriate going on between them. You know, just spy on him for me. Reba stood up, shaking her head firmly. No way. Absolutely not. You know, Brock. Barbara Jean may have an incredibly long and detailed list of personal faults. And I actually have that exact list written down if you ever need a physical copy. But she is absolutely nothing if not fiercely faithful. Brock paced the floor again. Yeah, right. That was true up until right now. But now that she is physically thin and incredibly hot, she suddenly has all kinds of new romantic options. Reba softened slightly, seeing the genuine pain and insecurity in the man she had spent so many years with. Look, Brock, if this is really worrying you that much, you need to just be honest with her. Tell her exactly how you feel. Tell her that you just need a loving hug every now and then. Brock threw his hands up in the air. Oh, now. There is a truly brilliant idea. Do you see the logic there? Since my direct competition is a highly macho, incredibly muscular dude, I should purposefully go the complete opposite direction and try to appear all weak, pathetic, and whiny. Your proposed solutions are completely ridiculous. Reba, he yelled, storming toward the door. Making me ask you to spy on those stupid people. After Brock left, Reba sat alone in the kitchen, staring at her half-empty glass of green smoothie. It is incredibly hard to believe these things are actually supposed to be good for your health, she muttered to herself. An hour later, Van wandered into the room, looking lost. Hey, Mrs. H, are you off for your vigorous power walk? Before Reba could answer, he stared out the window at an elderly couple walking by the house. Man, I really love old people. Just power walking, moving along down the street, swinging their arms back and forth aggressively. They look like there is a massive discount sale for false teeth at the pharmacy. Reba sighed, abandoning her smoothie entirely. No, Van. I am not going for my power walk today. This whole physical fitness thing is getting everybody in this house acting completely wacko. Van looked confused. What exactly do you mean by that? Well, your father-in-law honestly thinks that the muscular guy who gave Barbara Jean her brand new body is wanting to take her out for a four-spin around the block, if you catch my drift. Van nodded sagely. He probably absolutely does. Reba looked at him, surprised. What are you talking about? Van leaned against the counter, adopting a philosophical tone. Guys are entirely like pigs. Reba, they are like stray dogs. They are all basically wild animals. They just care about looking at hot women. They are hot dogs. My main point is that when you have a genuinely hot lady in your life, you have got to keep your defensive guard up at all times. I used to do that, Reba murmured quietly, more to herself than to Van. Van looked panicked. You used to? No, baby. Please do not take it like that. It is just that I have grown into a highly mature, remarkably stable individual over the years. That is all. Well, I do not like it, a voice cried out from the staircase. Cheyenne marched into the kitchen, glaring at Van. Where have you been hiding? Van asked, trying to sound casual. I went out to get something to eat, Cheyenne snapped. The tension in the room was palpable. Reba decided she needed to consult with someone who possessed a slightly more balanced perspective on human relationships. She found Ben in the living room, quietly reading a book. So, Ben, Reba started with professional approval.
Barbara jambimde, streaking à pause.
Oh, well, you know, the other woman is getting kind of baggy. She gestured toward her chest, leaning closer to Reba to whisper loudly. Can you believe her? She did the impossible. She lost all that weight and kept these fellas. She pointed proudly to her chest, making a strange little shimmying motion. Oh, okay, Jordan. Reba felt her face flush hot with embarrassment, frantically looking around to see if anyone was watching this bizarre display. She cleared her throat loudly. Jordan, this is my friend, Reba. Hey, I am Jordan, the man repeated, completely unfazed by Barbara Jean's strange dance. I am Reba, she replied again, wishing the floor would open up and swallow her whole. Jordan clapped his massive hands together, the sound echoing like a gunshot over the music. So, you going to join us, Reba? Reba took a giant step backward, clutching her purse like a shield. Oh, I do not know. I just think that me and my fellows will just watch for a while. Jordan shook his head, a look of gentle reprimand on his handsome face. Well, Reba, you are not going to get into shape by just watching. You need to sweat a little. Yeah, but you guys got to understand, it has been a while since I have been in a gym like this, and I do not think, Reba stammered, desperate to escape. But Jordan had already turned his attention back to Barbara Jean, guiding her down onto the blue padded mat. Hello, there. Barbara Jean, you really are getting limber, he praised, as she easily touched her toes. Reba watched closely, her eyes narrowed in suspicion. Brock had asked her to spy, and she was determined to analyze every interaction between these two. Remember when you could not put your leg over my head? Jordan asked, his voice entirely casual. Reba gasped, her eyes going wide. Remember when I did not want to? Barbara Jean laughed, a deep, throaty sound that sent a chill down Reba's spine. Jordan suddenly grabbed Barbara Jean's leg and pulled it upwards, stretching it in a way that looked completely unnatural and far too intimate for a public space. Reba stepped forward, unable to contain herself. Is that legal? I mean, necessary? Jordan looked up at her, his expression entirely serious and professional. It is critical to stretch the muscles out before you exercise them. Yeah. Otherwise, you could really hurt something. He patted Barbara Jean's knee gently. Turn over. Barbara Jean flipped onto her stomach with surprising grace. Reba, you need to watch this one. This one is my favorite. Jordan straddled Barbara Jean's lower back, grabbing her arms and pulling them backward. The pose looked less like fitness and more like a scene from a scandalous romance novel. All right, now this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles, Jordan explained calmly, completely ignoring Reba's look of absolute horror. Really should do this once a day. Barbara Jean let out a loud, contented sigh. Oh, I would do it all day if I could. Reba began fanning her face rapidly with her hand. The air in the gym suddenly felt impossibly thick and hot. You know, is this one of these gyms that has the heat on real high? I am sweating. Okay. Jordan finally released Barbara Jean, standing up effortlessly. Oh wow, time for some weightlifting, he announced, grabbing a heavy silver barbell from a nearby rack. Oh good, Reba muttered, wiping a bead of sweat from her brow. That is enough of that stretching. Hello. Okay. Jordan handed the barbell to Barbara Jean, who took it with a determined grunt. Knock this out, he commanded gently. Yeah, okay. All right, Barbara Jean replied, her face scrunching up in intense concentration as she began to lift. Reba watched for a few more seconds, feeling entirely overwhelmed by the sensory overload of the gym and the confusing nature of Barbara Jean's relationship with this Greek god of a trainer. She had seen enough. Brock was right to be worried. There was definitely something deeply inappropriate happening here. You know, I think I have seen enough, Reba announced, taking several large steps backward toward the safety of the exit. Jordan stopped counting repetitions and looked over at her. So, what do you think? You have any interest in getting a personal trainer? Reba let out a sharp, nervous laugh. Only if he takes me out to dinner first. Jordan smiled, taking the joke in stride. Are you sure, Reba? Barbara Jean asked between breaths, struggling with the barbell. Seriously, this is one of the best relationships I have ever had. Oh, I think Jordan has his hands full with you, Reba replied, a double meaning hidden in her words that flew right over Barbara Jean's head. Jordan chuckled, pointing a massive finger toward the other side of the gym. Oh, you are a beginner, Reba. You will start with dot. He cupped his hands around his mouth and yelled over the booming music. Dot. Yeah. This is Reba. She seems a little tense. Reba turned her head to follow his gaze. Marching toward her was a woman who was easily 6 feet tall and built like a professional linebacker. She had closely cropped hair, arms the size of tree trunks, and a scowl that could curdle milk. I would spend some extra time on the stretching, Jordan advised Dot as she approached. Dot cracked her knuckles, a terrifying sound that echoed over the bass beat. Hey! She barked at Reba. Get down there. Reba did not wait to say goodbye. She turned and sprinted for the glass doors, fleeing the temple of fitness as fast as her legs could carry her. Later that evening, the house was quiet. The soft hum of the refrigerator was the only sound breaking the silence in the living room. Brock was pacing back and forth across the carpet, wearing a hole into the rug as he waited anxiously for Reba's report. When she finally walked through the front door, looking slightly traumatized and breathing heavily, Brock pounced. So, did you see him? Brock demanded, his voice tight with anxiety. What is he like? Is he little? Could I take him? Reba collapsed onto the sofa, dropping her purse on the floor. She looked up at her ex-husband, her eyes wide with lingering shock. He is big, but he is not as big as Dot. Brock frowned, confused by the cryptic answer. So, what do you think? Is there something going on there? Reba took a deep breath, trying to process everything she had witnessed in that loud, sweaty building. She knew she had to be honest, even if it was going to break Brock's heart. Look, Brock, I was hoping that I could go down to the gym and check things out and come back and tell you that there is nothing to worry about. But Brock's face fell, his worst fears seemingly confirmed. That is it. Reba, come on, Brock pleaded, wanting all the terrible details. Okay, Reba relented, holding up her hands. I do not know if they are having an affair or not, but if they keep working out like that, they might be having a baby. Brock let out a strangled groan, running his hands through his hair. Man, I knew there was something going on. Just as the words left his mouth, the front door swung open again, and Barbara Jean breezed into the living room, her gym bag slung over one shoulder. She looked incredibly happy, humming a cheerful tune. Hey, everybody. I am here, and I am saying, well. Oh, hi, honey, Brock interrupted, his voice dripping with sarcasm and hurt. Barbara Jean stopped in her tracks, confused by his cold tone. Do not you hi honey me. What are you talking about? She asked, her smile fading into a look of genuine bewilderment. Brock took a step forward, his fists clenched at his sides. Oh man, did you honestly think that I would not find out about you and Jordan? Barbara Jean's eyes darted nervously between Brock and Reba. What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent. Brock turned to Reba, seeking validation. Reba, tell him what you saw. Reba shrank back into the cushions of the sofa, suddenly deeply regretting her involvement in this marital drama. I do not want to get involved. She said you are having an affair, Brock accused, pointing a trembling finger at his wife. Barbara Jean gasped, a look of pure, unadulterated shock crossing her beautiful features. Any more than I already am, she muttered, a tiny, nervous joke that fell completely flat. She took a deep breath, her posture stiffening with defensive indignation. Okay, Jordan and I are not Reba, Barbara Jean pleaded, linking her arm through Reba's. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. She paused, her hand flying to her mouth. Boyfriend? Oh whoops, that came out wrong. Reba's eyes narrowed slightly, a seed of suspicion planting itself in her mind. Oh, well, thanks anyway, but I am just going to be here with my smoothie. She took another sip, forcing a brave smile. Delicious, just like fruit gravy. Later that afternoon, Brock wandered into the kitchen, looking unusually anxious. He found Reba wiping down the counters, humming quietly to herself. Oh, hey, Barbara Jean, Brock called out nervously, practicing his lines to an empty chair before noticing Reba. Here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us. Reba raised an eyebrow. Oh, honey, I cannot. I am going to the gym, she mimicked in a high-pitched, cheerful voice, knowing exactly what his wife had been saying lately. Brock sighed, running a hand through his hair. Well, cannot you skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that romantic French place you like so much. Really? Skip the gym and eat French food? No confondu bras. Reba chuckled at his terrible imitation. Man, she blew me off again. All she wants to do is go down to the gym and spend time with Jordan, her trainer. Exactly, Brock grumbled, pulling out a bar stool and slumping into it. Frankly, I like the new butt, but the new attitude not so much. Reba could not resist a small dig. Oh, that is really funny coming from the old butt. Brock ignored the insult, his worry masking his pride. Jordan is so great. Jordan is so toned and funny. He mocked, quoting his wife. Well, I got news for you. Nobody is toned and funny. Reba stopped wiping the counter and looked at him seriously. Brock, you are overreacting. Oh, really? Brock challenged, his voice rising in panic. Yeah, I think she might be having an affair with this guy. Reba laughed aloud, tossing the dish towel aside. Barbara Jean with her trainer? I mean, sure, he is probably a better man than you are, better looking and younger. But that is it, Brock interrupted, slamming his hand on the counter. Reba, I need you to help me out. I want you to go down to the gym and see if there is anything going on. You know, spy on him for me. Reba stared at him, appalled by the suggestion. No way, you know. Barbara Jean may have a long list of faults, and I have that list if you need a copy. But she is nothing if not faithful. Brock shook his head, his insecurity getting the better of him. Yeah, right, up until now. But now that she is thin and hot, she has all kinds of options. Reba felt a wave of sympathy for the man. He was genuinely terrified of losing the woman he loved. She softened her tone, offering a piece of genuine, mature advice. Look, Brock, if it is worrying you that much, be honest with her. Tell her how you feel. Tell her that you just need a hug every now and then. Brock scoffed, waving his hand dismissively. Oh, now there is a great idea. See? Why, since my competition is a macho, muscular dude, I should go the other way and appear all weak and whiny. Your solutions are ridiculous. Reba makes me to spy on those. Stupid. He trailed off, too frustrated to finish his sentence. Just as Brock stomped out of the kitchen, Van sauntered in, tossing an apple in his hand. He looked at the blenders and the healthy snacks scattered around. Hard to believe they are supposed to be good for you, he mused, taking a loud bite of the fruit. Hey, Mrs. H, you off for your power walk? Reba sighed, pouring the rest of the fruit gravy down the sink. Man, I love old people. Power walking, moving along, swinging their arms, like there is a big sale for false teeth. No, I am not going for my power walk, Reba replied, drying her hands on a fresh towel. This whole physical thing is getting everybody acting wacko. Van hopped onto the counter, swinging his legs. What do you mean? Well, your dad thinks that the guy who gave Barbara Jean her new body is wanting to take a forespin, Reba explained, using a delicate euphemism for an affair. Van nodded slowly, chewing his apple thoughtfully. He probably does. Reba looked at him, surprised by his quick agreement. What are you talking about? Guys are pigs. They are dogs. They are all animals, Van stated matter-of-factly, possessing the absolute certainty of a young man who had spent too much time in locker rooms. They just care about hot women. They are hot dogs. Reba could not help but smile at his profound, ridiculous wisdom. My point is that when you got a hot lady, you got to keep your guard up at all times. I used to, Van added, a touch of nostalgia in his voice. Cheyenne, who had quietly re-entered the kitchen to get a glass of water, froze. You used to? She asked, her voice dangerously low. Van nearly choked on his apple piece. He hopped off the counter, his hands raised in surrender. No, baby, do not take it like that. It is just that I have grown into a mature, stable individual. That is all. Cheyenne narrowed her eyes, clearly not buying his smooth recovery. Well, I do not like it, she declared, turning on her heel and marching out of the room once more. Van let out a heavy sigh, looking at Reba for support. Where have you been? I went to get something to eat, Reba replied simply, enjoying the absolute chaos of her household. Van muttered, pacing the floor. So, Reba, you think that Brock might be right about this trainer? Reba crossed her arms, pondering the situation. Sure, this guy could be hot for Barbara Jean, but since Barbara Jean is not looking to play, there is no problem. And it is obvious Barbara Jean is not looking. Why is this obvious? Van asked, genuinely curious. 2 reasons, Reba stated, holding up her fingers to count them off. Barbara Jean is not good at keeping secrets, and she thinks of you as her best friend. If she were fooling around with this guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to meet him. Van nodded slowly, absorbing the logic. Then, his eyes widened as a realization hit him. Meet him? Oh, where are you going? Reba grabbed her purse from the hook by the door, a look of grim determination settling over her features. She realized that Barbara Jean had, in fact, begged her to meet the man. The seed of doubt had blossomed into a full-blown investigation. Go down to the gym with the rest of the wackos, Reba declared, pulling the strap of her purse over her shoulder. Van grinned, pointing finger guns at her. All right, well, keep those arms a-swinging. The gym was a terrifying temple of physical perfection. As Reba pushed through the heavy glass doors, She was instantly hit by a wall of high-energy dance music, the rhythmic clanking of heavy iron weights, and the intimidating scent of citrus sports drinks and sweat. Everywhere she looked, impossibly fit people in neon spandex were running, lifting, and stretching. Reba felt intensely out of place in her comfortable jeans and modest blouse. She clutched her purse tightly against her chest, navigating through a maze of stationary bicycles and elliptical machines. "Oh, hey, Reba, you came," a bright voice called out over the pulsing music. Reba turned to see Barbara Jean waving enthusiastically from a blue padded mat near the mirrored wall. Beside her stood a man who looked like he had been carved out of marble. He was tall, incredibly muscular, and possessed a smile so white it could blind a pilot. Reba walked over slowly, trying not to stare at the man's impossibly large biceps. "Yeah," she replied, glancing around at the sculpted athletes surrounding them. "Man, there is a lot of beautiful people around here. You should see them naked in the shower." The muscular man laughed, extending a massive, tanned hand toward her. "Hey, Jordan." Reba took his hand cautiously, feeling like she was shaking hands with a cinder block. "Hey, I am Reba." Jordan turned his blinding smile back to his client. "Ready to start, Barbara Jean?" Yeah, Barbara Jean giggled, bouncing lightly on the balls of her feet. "Hey, you look great in that outfit," Jordan complimented smoothly, his eyes scanning her new fistic reception. "Somebody will eat it." Ben's eyes lit up like saucers. "Oh, dibs?" he shouted, already rushing toward the counter. Reba held up a hand, stopping the boy in his tracks. "You know what, Mom? I am thinking maybe we should all try and get a little healthier around here," Reba announced, her voice ringing with newfound determination. She looked at the greasy pizza box and then at the empty cupboards. It was time for a change. A real, positive change for the whole family. Brock looked offended, patting his stomach defensively. "What are you talking about? I am very healthy." Suddenly, the kitchen door squeaked open again, and Barbara Jean wandered in. She looked a bit disheveled, holding a half-eaten muffin in one hand and reaching for a lingering piece of bacon with the other. "All right, that is it, Mrs. H. Drop it," Reba commanded gently but firmly. Barbara Jean blinked, confused. "Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it, drop it, drop it," Reba continued, stepping closer and motioning toward the pastry. "Drop it, Mrs. H. I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different?" The question hung in the air, heavy with genuine concern. But before anyone could answer, the scene seemed to waver and blur. The bright kitchen lights dimmed, replaced by a strange, hazy twilight. Reba felt a sudden sense of vertigo. Suddenly, the back door burst open with the force of a hurricane. "Yoo-hoo, I am here, and I am thin," Reba gasped. Standing in the doorway was Barbara Jean, but not the Barbara Jean she knew. This woman was astonishingly slender, wearing a form-fitting exercise outfit that highlighted a remarkably toned physique. Van stared, his jaw dropping open. "Yeah, thin as a stick, and dumb as one," he blurted out, a nonsensical phrase born of pure shock. Cheyenne winced. "Yikes, what is eating Cooper grape?" she whispered. Reba stared in absolute horror. She looked at the slender version of Barbara Jean standing next to the tall, lanky Van. "Look at that," Reba whispered to herself, her heart pounding in her chest. "They look like the number 10. Reba jolted awake, her heart hammering against her ribs. She was in her own bed, the soft morning light just beginning to peek through the curtains. She let out a long, shaky breath, wiping a bead of sweat from her forehead. "Oh, thank God it was just a nightmare," she whispered to the empty room, pressing a hand to her racing heart. But down the hallway, a cheerful, booming voice shattered the morning peace. "Yoo-hoo, I am here, and I am thin." Reba squeezed her eyes shut, pulling the blanket up to her chin. And the nightmare continues, she groaned, rolling out of bed. As Reba made her way toward the kitchen, a catchy, empowering tune played softly from the radio on the counter. The bright, inspiring lyrics floated through the air, perfectly capturing her resilient spirit. My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I want to be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. With gentle hands and the heart of a fighter, I am a survivor. Reba hummed along, tying her robe tightly around her waist. She was determined to take control of this day. She began pulling various fruits, greens, and a strange-looking powder from the refrigerator and pantry, tossing them vigorously into the blender. Ben trudged into the kitchen, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. "Mom, make us some pancakes," he requested, his voice thick with morning grogginess. "No," Reba replied brightly, hitting the power button on the blender. The machine roared to life, violently churning the green mixture. "I am making everyone a power smoothie. And this afternoon, I am taking a power walk." Cheyenne walked in just in time to hear this grand declaration. She looked at the muddy green liquid in the blender with deep suspicion. "Power walk? Oh, forget your power cane." Van followed close behind, laughing at his wife's joke. "Van, that is not nice," Cheyenne chided gently, though she was still smiling. "Mom does aerobics. She could shatter her hip." Reba poured the thick, unappetizing liquid into 3 tall glasses, setting them firmly on the counter. She looked at her daughter and son-in-law with a loving but stern expression. "And yet, in the blink of an eye, I can make you both homeless," she reminded them with a sweet, dangerous smile. Before Van or Cheyenne could formulate an apology, the front door chimed, and a familiar, yet entirely transformed figure practically danced into the kitchen. "Hey, everybody. I am here and I am." It was Barbara Jean. The nightmare had become reality. She was wearing a sleek, vibrant athletic outfit that hugged a completely new, incredibly fit figure. She looked radiant, bursting with energy and a glowing confidence that filled the entire room. Reba shoved a glass of the green mixture toward her. "Oh, shut up and have a donut," Reba muttered, though there were no donuts in sight. Barbara Jean laughed, a light, airy sound. "Oh, Reba, you are not still trying to lose weight by drinking those power smoothies, are you?" She leaned in, her voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "Jordan, my trainer, says that those are loaded with hidden carbs." Reba bristled slightly, gripping her glass of green sludge. "Barbara Jean, I am all for adopting a healthy new lifestyle. But seriously, there has to be some sort of—" Reba paused, noticing that Van was staring at Barbara Jean with unblinking intensity. She snapped her fingers in front of his face. "Will you stop staring at her?" Van blinked, snapping out of his trance. "What? We have been staring at her for, the past 2 hours." Cheyenne crossed her arms, feeling a sudden pang of youthful insecurity. "Well, she is pretty." Barbara Jean beamed, striking a subtle pose. "I am pretty." "Well, of course you are," Reba said quickly, wanting to be supportive despite her own complex feelings. "You have always been pretty, but she is new pretty." Cheyenne glared at Van. "Oh, Van, that is such a funny story you can tell to your next wife." Van looked panicked, realizing he had stepped into dangerous territory. He turned to Barbara Jean, trying to salvage the situation. "Van, you really think that I am new pretty?" Barbara Jean asked, her eyes shining with hope. "Oh, yeah," Van blundered on, entirely missing the warning signs. "You are like a bleached-out Halle Berry." Barbara Jean touched her hair, absolutely thrilled. "Thank you." "You are welcome," Van smiled proudly. "I am going to go make some calls." He quickly exited the kitchen, eager to escape the tense atmosphere. Cheyenne looked crestfallen. Seeing her daughter's sadness, Barbara Jean walked over and placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. So, Barbara Jean, Cheyenne started, her voice a little shaky. Yeah. Is it true that when you lose a bunch of weight, you want to do, you know?
Bounce ka bounce.
Before Barbara Jean could answer, Van poked his head back into the kitchen, sensing the emotional shift. Fun. Oh, Cheyenne, do not be upset. You are still hot. He searched his brain for a reassuring comparison. You are like a bleached-out Jan Brady. January Jan Brady. Cheyenne let out an indignant gasp. I am Marcia. Marcia, 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 she yelled, storming out of the kitchen in a dramatic huff. Barbara Jean watched her go, a sympathetic expression on her face. She turned back to Reba, her enthusiasm returning instantly. So, Reba, I got an idea. You should come down to the gym and meet Jordan, my trainer. Seriously, he will change your life. I mean, he is so much more than a personal trainer. He taught me how to work out and eat right. Reba took a cautious sip of her smoothie, trying not to grimace at the chalky taste. Aha! We go over the clothes I am going to wear, the movies I am going to see, Barbara Jean continued, her eyes sparkling with adoration. Reba nearly choked on her drink. Whoa, the movies you are going to see? What has that got to do with you getting in shape? Oh, nothing, Barbara Jean giggled. We just have the same sense of humor. That Tim Allen just kills us. I mean, whether he is playing a dog or Santa Claus, you just buy it. So, you will come meet Jordan. Reba shook her head firmly. No. Oh, come on. Okay. I do not know if they are having an affair or not, but if they keep working out like that, they might be having a baby. Man, I knew there was something going on. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am saying, well, oh hi honey. Do not you hi honey me. What are you talking about? Oh man. Did you honestly think that I would not find out about you and Jordan? What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent. Reba, tell him what you saw. I do not want to get involved. She said you are having an affair. Any more than I already am. Okay, Jordan and I are not having an affair. He is gay. What? Reba, do you honestly think I would let a straight man grab my breasts? Excuse me. He grabbed your breasts? He is gay. He was not touching them. He was arranging them. Carry on with your lives. No, Reba. Everything is not fine. I had no idea you were so threatened by the new me. The slim waist, the toned legs, the fellas. The fellas? The girls. Oh, the puppies. I am not threatened by you. Really? Yeah. Then why did you go down to the gym? What, were you spying on me? No. Okay, yes. I went down to the gym because I thought there was something going on between you and Jordan. Why would you think that? Because you have changed. I have not. Yes, you have. Ever since you lost all that weight, you are pushy and obnoxious. And you always want to be the center of attention. Hello? I have always been that way. She kind of got a point there. Yeah, well, something has changed, Barbara Jean. Yeah. The way you guys look at me. I am still the same Barbara Jean I always was. I am just less winded. I know she might be right. Could be us. I am sorry, honey. Reba just got me all worked up. That is. Look, Barbara Jean. The truth is I think I went down to the gym almost hoping that I would find you doing something wrong. You know, anything. So I could feel superior to you and your skinny butt. So, I am sorry. Sorry? Yeah. This is great. For the first time since we have known each other, you want to be me. I do not want to be you. I know. It is even better. You want to look like me. Hey, where are you going? Just gonna go grab something to eat. I will see you next year. Hey, buddy. What are we watching? No, we are not. Want a rock, paper, scissor for it? Let us go. You are gonna pick scissors, are not you? Get out. Hey, honey. Hey, baby. I need to talk to you. Oh, honey. I just got the TV. Well, I started thinking that maybe you do not think of me as new pretty because I do not do enough to keep your interest. No, honey. You are way hot. Guilty. But anyway, I thought that maybe I should, change my look every now and then just to keep things fresh. So, I bought a wig. Cheyenne put that down. Listen to me. I think it is a good thing that when I look at you, I do not see the beautiful girl with the killer bod. I see my wife, and I am attracted to her whether she is all dressed up, ready to go out, or just sitting on the couch wearing those washed-up flannel pajamas. Really? Yeah. You are beautiful to me because of who you are. I feel kind of stupid. That is also who you are, and I love it. Come on, you. Where are we going? Oh, we are going upstairs. Hold on. I thought you did not want me to leave you alone. Sometimes I want to feel new pretty. The morning sun filtered brightly through the large, paned windows of the kitchen, casting a warm, golden glow over the familiar chaos of the household. It was a kitchen that had seen countless family breakfasts, spilled juices, and late-night conversations. Today, however, the atmosphere was thick with a specific comical tension. Reba stood by the kitchen island, her hands resting on the cool granite surface as she surveyed the damage. Her eyes darted from the empty bread box to the barren fruit bowl, finally landing on the small glass containers sitting forlornly in the center of the table. She let out a long, slow sigh, shaking her head in a mixture of disbelief and mild exasperation. That woman is out of control, Reba muttered, her voice carrying a tone of absolute bewilderment. She looked over at her teenage daughter, Cheyenne, and her son-in-law, Van, who were sitting at the table, looking equally stunned. She is like a locust. She has eaten everything in the house. Van leaned forward, his athletic frame resting on his elbows as he examined the extent of the culinary devastation. She has eaten everything in Mr. H's house, Van agreed, his eyes wide with a sort of respectful horror. He pointed a sturdy finger toward the center of the table. Look, even the salt and pepper shakers are empty. Reba crossed her arms over her chest, leaning back against the counter. Why do not you just tell her she has eaten too much? She suggested, looking directly at Van. Van immediately recoiled, his hands flying up in a defensive gesture. You tell her, he countered quickly, not wanting any part of that dangerous mission. Cheyenne, sitting beside Van with her long blonde hair cascading over her shoulders, smirked and shook her head. No, you tell her, Cheyenne chimed in, tossing the responsibility right back to the men of the house. A brief, heavy silence fell over the kitchen as the three of them exchanged wary glances. No one wanted to be the one to confront Barbara Jean about her sudden, insatiable appetite. It was a delicate situation, requiring a level of tact that none of them felt prepared to offer before their morning coffee. Finally, Van let out a loud groan of resignation. Rock, paper, scissors, he declared, holding his fist out over the table. Sitting across from him, young Ben grinned mischievously. He was always ready for a challenge, especially when he knew he had the upper hand. Ben, you know you are going to lose, Van warned, trying to sound intimidating. Not this time, Ben replied with unwavering confidence, his eyes sparkling with a competitive fire. 1, 2, 3, they chanted in unison, their fists pumping the air. On the final count, Ben threw out a flat palm for paper, while Van extended 2 fingers for scissors. But wait, in his haste, Van had actually thrown a rock, and Ben had thrown paper. The paper covered the rock. Dang it, Van shouted, slapping his hand against his forehead in dramatic agony. How do you always beat me? Ben chuckled, a triumphant sound that echoed in the bright kitchen. Because you always pick scissors, Ben pointed out with simple child logic, ignoring the fact that Van had just messed up his own strategy. Of course I do, it is my system, Van defended himself, though he knew his logic was deeply flawed. He sighed, defeated by a boy not even half his age. Cheyenne smiled sweetly at her husband, batting her eyelashes. So you will tell her? Yeah, fine, Van grumbled, his shoulders slumping. He paused for a moment, the reality of the task sinking in. No, I do not want to. You tell her, Cheyenne pleaded, turning her large, innocent eyes on him. Come on, you tell her. Please, please, please. Van looked desperate, searching for any way out of this trap. No, Ben, why should I tell her? He argued, grasping at straws. Because girls can say that kind of stuff without having to come across like all they care about are looks. He paused, looking at his wife, realizing he needed to sweeten the deal to survive the morning. By the way, you have been looking hot lately. Cheyenne could not help but smile, a soft blush creeping onto her cheeks. Oh, you, she murmured, her heart melting just a little bit at his clumsy but genuine compliment. Reba watched the young couple with a fond, knowing smile. They were ridiculous, but they loved each other deeply. She decided to put them out of their misery. Look, sweetie, why do not I tell her? Reba offered, her voice calm and authoritative. Thank you, Van exhaled, a massive wave of relief washing over his face. Just then, the back door swung open, and the kitchen was filled with a sudden burst of energy. Hey, hey, hey! A voice called out. It was Brock carrying a massive, square cardboard box that smelled faintly of garlic and baked cheese. Guess who Luigi gave the free pizza to? Reba raised an eyebrow, not entirely thrilled by the arrival of more junk food. Luigi does not have to roll it out of the bed every morning, she pointed out sharply. You know, Mom, we really do not need another pizza. Cheyenne nodded in agreement. I mean, it is really just the three of us. Oh, I know, but I had to take it. It was free, Brock explained, setting the heavy box down on the counter with a thud. He looked around the room, hoping for a more enthusiastic. Oh, I know, but I had to take it. It was free. Somebody will eat it. Oh, dibs. You know what, Mom? I am thinking maybe we should all try and get a little healthier around here. What are you talking about? I am very healthy. All right, that is it, Mrs. H. Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, Mrs. H. I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different? Yoo-hoo, I am here, and I am thin. Yeah, thin is a stick and dumb is one. Yikes, what is eating Cooper grape? Look at that. They look like the number 10. Oh, thank God it was just a nightmare. Yoo-hoo, I am here, and I am thin, and the nightmare continues. My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I want to be, a single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I am a survivor mom. Make us some pancakes. No, I am making everyone a power smoothie. And this afternoon I am taking a power walk. Power walk? Oh, forget your power cane. Van, that is not nice. Mom does aerobics. She could shatter her hip. And yet, in the blink of an eye, I can make you both homeless. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am. Oh, shut up and have a donut. Oh, Reba. You are not still trying to lose weight by drinking those power smoothies, are you? Jordan, my trainer, says that those are loaded with hidden carbs. Barbara Jean, I am all for adopting a healthy new lifestyle. But seriously, I mean, there has to be some sort of... Will you stop staring at her? What? We have been staring at her for like the past 2 hours. Well, she is pretty. I am pretty. Well, of course you are. You have always been pretty. But she is new pretty. Oh, Van, that is such a funny story you can tell to your next wife. Van, you really think that I am new pretty? Oh yeah, you are like a bleached out Halle Berry. Thank you. You are welcome. I am going to go make some calls. So, Barbara Jean. Yeah. Is it true that when you lose a bunch of weight, you want to do, you know? Bounce ka bounce. Fun. Oh, Cheyenne, do not be upset. You are still hot. You are like a bleached out Jan Brady. January Jan Brady. I am Marcia. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. So, Reba, I got an idea. you should come down to the gym and meet Jordan, my trainer. Seriously, he will change your life. I mean, he is so much more than a personal trainer. He taught me how to work out and eat right. We go over the clothes I am going to wear, the movies I am going to see. Oh, the movies you are going to see? What has that got to do with you getting in shape? Oh, nothing. We just have the same sense of humor. That Tim Allen just kills us. I mean, whether he is playing a dog or Santa Claus, you just buy it. So, you will come meet Jordan? No. Oh, come on, Reba. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. Boyfriend? Oh, whoops. That came out wrong. Oh, well, thanks anyway. But I am just going to be here with my smoothie. Delicious. Just like fruit gravy. Oh, hey, Barber Jean. Here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us? Oh, honey, I cannot. I am going to the gym. Well, cannot you skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that romantic French place you like so much. Really? Skip the gym and eat French food? No confondu, brah. Man, she blew me off again. All she wants to do is go down to the gym and spend time with Jordan. Her trainer. Exactly. Frankly, I like the new but the new attitude, not so much. Oh, that is really funny coming from the old but. Jordan is so great. Jordan is so toned and funny. Well, I got news for you. Nobody is toned and funny. Rob, you are overreacting. Oh, really? Yeah, I think she might be having an affair with this guy. Barber Jean with her trainer? I mean, sure, he is probably a better man than you are, better looking and younger. But that is it. Reba, I need you to help me out. I want you to go down to the gym and see if there is anything going on. You know, spy on him for me. No way. You know, Barber Jean may have a long list of faults. And I have that list if you need a copy. But she is nothing if not faithful. Yeah, right. Up until now. But now that she is thin and hot, she has all kinds of options. Look, Brock, if it is worrying you that much, be honest with her. Tell her how you feel. Tell her that you just need a hug every now and then. Oh, now, there is a great idea. See? Why, since my competition is a macho, muscular dude, I should go the other way and appear all weak and whiny. Your solutions are ridiculous. Reba makes me to spy on those. Stupid. Hard to believe they are supposed to be good for you. Hey, Mrs. H, you off for your power walk? Man, I love old people. Power walking, moving along, swinging their arms. Like there is a big sale for false teeth. No, I am not going for my power walk. This whole physical thing is getting everybody acting wacko. What do you mean? Well, your dad thinks that the guy who gave Barber Jean her new body is wanting to take a forespin. He probably does. What are you talking about? Guys are pigs. They are dogs. They are all animals. They just care about hot women. They are hot dogs. My point is that when you got a hot lady, you got to keep your guard up at all times. I used to. You used to? No, baby, do not take it like that. It is just that I have grown into a mature, stable individual. That is all. Well, I do not like it. Where have you been? I went to get something to eat. So, Ben, you think that Brock might be right about this trainer? Sure, this guy could be hot for Barber Jean, but since Barber Jean is not looking to play, there is no problem. And it is obvious Barber Jean is not looking. Why is this obvious? 2 reasons. Barber Jean is not good at keeping secrets, and she thinks of you as her best friend. If she were fooling around with this guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to meet him. Meet him? Oh, where are you going? Go down to the gym with the rest of the wackos. All right. Well, keep those arms a-swinging. Oh, hey, Reba. You came. Yeah. Man, there is a lot of beautiful people around here. You should see them naked in the shower. Hey, Jordan. Hey. Ready to start, Barber Jean? Yeah. Hey, you look great in that outfit. Oh, well, you know, the other woman is getting kind of baggy. Can you believe her? She did the impossible. She lost all that weight and kept these fellas. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, Jordan. Jordan, this is my friend, Reba. Hey, I am Jordan. I am Reba. So, you gonna join us, Reba? Oh, I do not know. I just think that me and my fellows will just watch for a while. Well, Reba, you are not gonna get into shape by just watching. You need to sweat a little. Yeah, but you guys got to understand, it has been a while since I have been in a gym like this, and I do not think. Hello, there. Barbara Jean, you really are getting limber. Remember when you could not put your leg over my head? Remember when I did not want to? Is that legal? I mean, necessary? It is critical to stretch the muscles out before you exercise them. Yeah. Otherwise, you could really hurt something. Turn over. Reba, you need to watch this one. This one is my favorite. All right. Now, this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles. Really should do this once a day. Oh, I would do it all day if I could. You know, is this one of these gyms that has the heat on real high? I am sweating. Okay. Oh, wow. Time for some weightlifting. Oh, good. That is enough of that stretching. Hello. Okay. Knock this out. Yeah. Okay. All right. You know, I think I have seen enough. So what do you think? You have any interest in getting a personal trainer? Only if he takes me out to dinner first. Are you sure? Reba? Seriously, this is one of the best relationships I have ever had. Oh, I think Jordan has his hands full with you. Oh, you are a beginner, Reba. You will start with Dot. Dot. Yeah. This is Reba. She seems a little tense. I would spend some extra time on the stretching. Hey, get down there. So, did you see him? What is he like? Is he little? Could I take him? He is big, but he is not as big as Dot. So, what do you think? Is there something going on there? Look, Brock. I was hoping that I could go down to the gym and check things out and come back and tell you that there is nothing to worry about. But, that is it. Reba, come on, drop it. He thrashed against his pillows, his forehead slick with sweat. Drop it, Mrs. H. I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different? Suddenly, the front door of his dream house burst open. A bright, blinding light flooded the room, and a cheerful voice pierced through his panic. You who? I am here, and I am thin. Mr. H blinked in his dream. The woman standing before him was indeed thin, painfully so. Yeah, thin as a stick, and dumb as one, he mumbled to himself, watching as she paraded around the room. Yikes, what is eating Cooper grape? Look at that, they look like the number 10. With a sudden gasp, Mr. H bolted upright in bed, his heart hammering against his ribs. He looked around the quiet, dark bedroom, the familiar shadows bringing a wave of intense relief. He placed a hand over his chest, taking a deep, shuddering breath. Oh, thank God it was just a nightmare. Downstairs, the front door rattled, the lock clicking open. A second later, a bright, cheerful, and painfully real voice echoed up the staircase. You who? I am here, and I am thin. Mr. H groaned, burying his face in his hands. And the nightmare continues. The next morning back at Mom's house, the atmosphere was thick with a new, terrifying energy. The kitchen counter was covered in leafy greens, unknown powders, and a blender that sounded like a jet engine preparing for takeoff. Mom was humming a song to herself, completely absorbed in her task. My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I want to be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. With gentle hands and the heart of a fighter, I am a survivor. Her teenage son stumbled into the kitchen, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. He looked at the green sludge swirling in the blender and frowned. Mom, make us some pancakes. Mom turned the blender off with a sharp click. No, I am making everyone a power smoothie. And this afternoon, I am taking a power walk. From the doorway, Van, her son-in-law, leaned against the frame, a smirk playing on his lips. Power walk? Oh, forget your power cane. Van, that is not nice. His wife, Cheyenne, scolded him as she walked past, slapping him playfully on the arm. Mom does aerobics. Van chuckled, stepping into the kitchen. She could shatter her hip. Mom poured the thick, green liquid into a glass and fixed Van with a cold, unyielding stare. And yet, in the blink of an eye, I can make you both homeless. Before Van could formulate an apology, the front door opened, and a whirlwind of energy burst into the room. It was Barbara Jean, also known as the recently transformed Mrs. H. She was wearing tight athletic clothing that showed off her dramatic weight loss. Her hair perfectly styled, her face glowing with an almost aggressive level of health. "Hey, everybody," she announced, striking a pose in the center of the kitchen. "I am here and I am." "Oh, shut up and have a donut," Mom interrupted, sliding a plate of pastries across the counter. Barbara Jean gasped, pressing a hand to her chest as if wounded. "Oh, Reba, you are not still trying to lose weight by drinking those power smoothies, are you? Jordan, my trainer, says that those are loaded with hidden carbohydrates." Reba, Mom, took a slow, deliberate sip of her green sludge, suppressing a grimace as the taste of kale and regret washed over her tongue. "Barbara Jean, I am all for adopting a healthy new lifestyle, but seriously, there has to be some sort of..." She trailed off, noticing Van staring openly at Barbara Jean. "Will you stop staring at her?" Van blinked, shaking his head as if waking from a trance. "What? We have been staring at her for, the past 2 hours. Cheyenne crossed her arms, looking down at her own completely normal, beautiful figure with a sudden glint of doubt. "Well, she is pretty." "I am pretty," Reba stated flatly, setting her glass down. "Well, of course you are," Van backpedaled quickly. "You have always been pretty, but she is new pretty." Reba narrowed her eyes. "Oh, Van, that is such a funny story you can tell to your next wife." Barbara Jean, entirely oblivious to the tension, turned to Van with a bright smile. "Van, you really think that I am new pretty?" "Oh, yeah," Van nodded enthusiastically, completely missing the daggers his wife was staring into his back. "You are like a bleached-out Halle Berry." Barbara Jean squealed with delight. "Thank you." "You are welcome," Van smiled. "I am going to go make some calls." He turned and walked out of the room, blissfully unaware of the emotional landmines he had just detonated. Reba sighed, looking at her friend. "So, Barbara Jean." "Yeah. Is it true that when you lose a bunch of weight you want to do, bounce? Ka bounce." Reba made a vague bouncing motion with her hands, a teasing smile on her face. Before Barbara Jean could answer, Van popped his head back into the kitchen, noticing his wife's sullen expression. "Oh, Cheyenne, do not be upset. You are still hot. You are like a bleached-out Jan Brady. January Jan Brady." Cheyenne threw her hands up in the air in utter frustration. "I am Marcia. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia." She stormed out of the kitchen, leaving Reba and Barbara Jean alone. Barbara Jean leaned against the counter, her eyes shining with excitement. "So, Reba, I got an idea. You should come down to the gymnasium and meet Jordan, my trainer." "Seriously?" she continued, her voice dropping to an enthusiastic whisper. "He will change your life. He is so much more than a personal trainer. He taught me how to work out and eat right. We go over the clothes I am going to wear, the movies I am going to see." Reba raised an eyebrow, pouring the rest of her smoothie down the sink. "Whoa, the movies you are going to see? What does that have to do with you getting in shape?" "Oh, nothing," Barbara Jean giggled softly. "We just have the same sense of humor. That Tim Allen just kills us. Whether he is playing a dog or Santa Claus, you just buy it. So, you will come meet Jordan." "No," Reba said firmly. Oh, come on, Reba, Barbara Jean pleaded, placing a hand on Reba's arm. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. She stopped suddenly, her eyes going wide. Boyfriend? Oh, whoops, that came out wrong. Reba stared at her, a suspicion beginning to bloom in the back of her mind. Oh, well, thanks anyway. But I am just going to be here with my smoothie. Delicious, just like fruit gravy. Just then, Brock, Mr. H himself, walked into the kitchen. He looked tired, his shoulders slumped, a dark cloud hanging over his head. Oh, hey, Barbara Jean, here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us. Barbara Jean looked at her watch and shook her head apologetically. Oh, honey, I cannot. I am going to the gymnasium. Brock's face fell. Well, cannot you skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that romantic French place you like so much. Really? Barbara Jean looked genuinely torn for a fraction of a second. Skip the gymnasium and eat French food? No confondu, bras. With a cheerful wave, she grabbed her water bottle and bounded out the back door. Brock watched her go, a look of profound defeat on his face. He sank into one of the kitchen chairs. Man, she blew me off again. All she wants to do is go down to the gymnasium and spend time with Jordan, her trainer. Exactly, Reba agreed, wiping down the counter. Frankly, I like the new behind, but the new attitude not so much. Brock scoffed, running a hand through his hair. Oh, that is really funny coming from the old behind. Jordan is so great. Jordan is so toned and funny. Well, I have got news for you. Nobody is toned and funny. Rob, you are overreacting, Reba reasoned, fetching a dish towel. Oh, really? Brock leaned forward, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Yeah, I think she might be having an affair with this guy. Reba stopped wiping the counter, staring at her ex-husband in disbelief. Barbara Jean with her trainer? I mean, sure, he is probably a better man than you are, better looking and younger. But that turn over. Reba, you need to watch this one. This one is my favorite. All right, now this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles. Really should do this once a day. Oh, I'd do it all day if I could. You know, is this one of these gyms that has the heat on real high? I'm sweating. Okay. Oh, wow. Time for some weightlifting. Oh, good. That's enough of that stretching. Hello. Okay. Knock this out. Yeah. Okay. All right. You know, I think I've seen enough. So what do you think? You have any interest in getting a personal trainer? Only if he takes me out to dinner first. Are you sure? Reba? Seriously, this is one of the best relationships I've ever had. Oh, I think Jordan has his hands full with you. Oh, you're a beginner, Reba. You'll start with Dot. Dot. Yeah. This is Reba. She seems a little tense. I'd spend some extra time on the stretching. Hey, get down there. So, did you see him? What's he like? Is he little? Could I take him? He's big, but he's not as big as Dot. So, what do you think? Is there something going on there? Look, Brock. I was hoping that I could go down to the gym and check things out and come back and tell you that there's nothing to worry about. But that's it. Reba, come on. Okay, I don't know if they're having an affair or not, but if they keep working out like that, they might be having a baby. Man, I knew there was something going on. Hey, everybody, I'm here and I'm saying, well, oh hi honey. Don't you hi honey me. What are you talking about? Oh man. Did you honestly think that I wouldn't find out about you and Jordan? What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent. Reba, tell him what you saw. I don't want to get involved. She said you're having an affair. Any more than I already am. Okay, Jordan and I are not having an affair. He's gay. What? Reba, do you honestly think I would let a straight man grab my breasts? Excuse me. He grabbed your breasts? He's gay. He wasn't touching them. He was arranging them. Carry on with your lives. No, Reba. Everything is not fine. I had no idea you were so threatened by the new me. The slim waist, the toned legs, the fellas. The fellas? The girls. Oh, the puppies. I am not threatened by you. Really? Yeah. Then why did you go down to the gym? What, were you spying on me? No. Okay, yes. I went down to the gym because I thought there was something going on between you and Jordan. Why would you think that? Because you've changed. I have not. Yes, you have. Ever since you lost all that weight, you're pushy and obnoxious. And you always want to be the center of attention. Hello? I've always been that way. She kind of got a point there. Yeah, well, something's changed, Barbara Jean. Yeah. The way you guys look at me, I'm still the same Barbara Jean I always was. I'm just less winded. I know she might be right. Could be us. I'm sorry, honey. Reba just got me all worked up. Look, Barbara Jean. The truth is I think I went down to the gym almost hoping that I'd find you doing something wrong. You know, anything. So I could feel superior to you and your skinny butt. So, I'm sorry. Sorry? Yeah. This is great. For the first time since we've known each other, you want to be me. I don't want to be you. I know. It's even better. You want to look like me. Hey, where are you going? Just gonna go grab something to eat. I'll see you next year. Hey, buddy. What are we watching? No, we're not. Want a rock, paper, scissor for it? Let's go. You're gonna pick scissors, aren't you? Get out. Hey, honey. Hey, baby. I need to talk to you. Oh, honey. I just got the TV. Well, I started thinking that maybe you don't think of me as new pretty because I don't do enough to keep your interest. No, honey, you're way hot. Guilty. But anyway, I thought that maybe I should, change my look every now and then just to keep things fresh. So, I bought a wig. Cheyenne, put that down. Listen to me. I think it's a good thing that when I look at you, I don't see the beautiful girl with the killer bod. I see my wife. And I'm attracted to her whether she's all dressed up, ready to go out, or just sitting on the couch wearing those washed-up flannel pajamas. Really? Yeah. You're beautiful to me because of who you are. I feel kind of stupid. That's also who you are, and I love it. Come on, you. Where are we going? Oh, we are going upstairs. Hold on. I thought you didn't want me to leave you alone. Sometimes I want to feel new pretty. The morning sun streamed through the kitchen windows, casting a warm, golden glow over a room that had recently been the site of a culinary disaster. The cabinets stood open, their shelves barren. The refrigerator hummed a lonely tune, echoing the emptiness within its chilly interior. Two young men stood in the center of the kitchen, staring at the devastation with wide eyes. That woman is out of control, the first young man whispered, his voice laced with a mixture of awe and absolute terror. He pointed a trembling finger toward the empty pantry. She is like a locust. She has eaten everything in the house. His companion, standing beside the kitchen island, slowly picked up a pair of small glass containers. He shook them, but no sound came out. She has eaten everything in Mr. H's house, he confirmed, setting the glass down with a soft clink. Look, even the salt and pepper shakers are empty. He turned to his friend, a desperate plea in his eyes. Why do you not just tell her she has eaten too much? You tell her, the first replied instantly, crossing his arms over his chest in a defensive posture. No, you tell her, the second insisted. Rock, paper, scissors. Ben, you know you are going to lose. Ben squared his shoulders, a look of fierce determination crossing his features. Not this time, he declared confidently. They faced each other, fists pumping in the air in perfect synchronization. 1, 2, 3. As their hands revealed their choices, Ben stared down at his extended fingers in dismay. Dang it! How do you always beat me? His friend smirked, holding out a flat palm. Because you always pick scissors. Of course I do, Ben grumbled, dropping his hand to his side. It is my system. So, you will tell her. Yeah, fine, his friend sighed, his bravado instantly evaporating. He looked toward the hallway, then back at Ben. No, I do not want to. You tell her. Come on, you tell her. Please, please, please. Ben shook his head vigorously. No. Why should I tell her? Because girls can say that kind of stuff without having to come across like all they care about are looks. He paused, looking at his friend with a sudden, genuine smile. By the way, you have been looking hot lately. Oh, you, his friend replied, waving a hand dismissively but clearly flattered by the compliment. Their banter was interrupted by the sound of footsteps approaching from the living room. Look, sweetie, why do I not tell her? A warm, authoritative voice called out. Mom entered the kitchen, carrying a large, flat cardboard box that radiated the heavenly scent of melted cheese and baked dough. She set it down on the counter with a triumphant thud. Thank you. Hey, 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 guess who Luigi gave the free pizza to? She beamed at them, expecting applause. Instead, they exchanged a weary glance. Luigi does not have to roll it out of the bed every morning, one of them muttered. You know, Mom, we really do not need another pizza. The other added gently, gesturing toward the box. I mean, it is really just the three of us. Mom waved away their concerns with a flick of her wrist. Oh, I know, but I had to take it. It was free. Somebody will eat it. Almost instantly, 2 hands slapped down on the box. Dibs? A voice called out. Mom paused, looking at the greasy box, then at the empty pantry, and finally at her own reflection in the dark glass of the oven door. A sudden wave of clarity washed over her. You know what? She said, her voice dropping to a serious register. I am thinking maybe we should all try and get a little healthier around here. The room fell silent. What are you talking about? Someone asked incredulously. I am very healthy. Across town, in a completely different household, a man named Mr. H was tossing and turning in his bed, trapped in a terrifying dreamscape. In his nightmare, he was standing in his own kitchen, desperately trying to wrestle a giant ham away from his wife. All right, that is it, Mrs. H. He yelled in his sleep, his hands gripping the invisible meat. Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it,